pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just hold me. Just hold me. Just hold me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just hold me. Just hold me. Just hold me. Just hold me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Esports Broadcasting Network, live from the famed Daytona International Speedway. We are here for the Ghost Cup Series, presented by Fort Worth Screen Printing. Hi, my name is Angel Santiago, your usual here on Wednesday nights. I get one of my favorites to join in with me tonight is my broadcasting partner, Tony Trapasso. Tony, how we doing today?
Angel, we have not done this in a while, and it's good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
Oh, man, I could not agree more. It's always a pleasure getting to broadcast with you. Like I said, I was just watching your broadcast for the Thunderclap League that's off tonight from last week, and, man, that was a blast to watch with you and Frank, and just happy to have you back in with me today as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They're taking an off week for the holiday, as most of those guys that run in that league are actually crew members on real-world top 3 touring division teams, and well over half of the racers that regularly show up for that league are actually on their way to Bristol Motor Speedway right now for this weekend's dirt series for the trucks and cup cars. So
Man, that is awesome.
They said that they were going to take an off week this week because of that. So good news for you is I'm available to be in the booth with you tonight.
Sounds perfect for me. We had a great opening today, so works out perfect, man. I'm just excited. Daytona always holds a special place in my heart. As a matter of fact, we broadcasted a couple Daytona races together, so you know how much this place means to me.
Yes. Your home track, basically.
Yes, without question. I mean, technically, New Smyrna is closer by about maybe 10 minutes, but not much of a difference. Daytona's the track that we're happy to see. I love the detail, the iRacing has put into a track like this. If you ever been to Daytona, especially in the infield or throughout, man, the detail is just spectacular. Like, you see it at other tracks, but until you've actually been there and seen that, oh my gosh,
it's awe-inspiring.
It is just fantastic because I've been in those spots. You see the different spots in the infield, in the stands. The way they have, you can even see like under the seats. Where they have the designs, and that right there is usually the Toyota entrance, and the other side is the Sunoco one and the Exalta one. So it's so cool that the amount of work they put in here, and man, I'm just excited.
The fact that they put so much detail into the infield is great too, because as somebody that's been in the garage area here that has pushed through the Sunoco fuel pumps that are here after going through tech and passing, it really brings back memories, and it's always great to come back to Daytona. As looks like we're under qualifying conditions now.
Yep, getting ready to hit qualifying. We'll follow some of the cars around the track. Just, let everybody get an opportunity to see these beautiful looking race cars. Tony, I hope you get to see this. Everybody who joins me in the booth, man, just loves the paint schemes that these drivers run here in this league. So I'm excited to have this for everybody to see. We're actually going to, what's pretty exciting for tonight, round 14 of the Ghost Cup Series. We're actually going to this is the final race in this regular season. We hit the playoffs in a couple of weeks. Next week is actually going to be our all-star race. We'll still be broadcasted, of course, here in Nashville. But no, not worrying about that. Worrying about tonight for playoff implications. We're going to go ahead and bring up the standings for everybody just so they can get an idea here.
So 16, you're saying we're cutting heads tonight is what you're telling me.
That might be an understatement tonight, Tony. We've got 16 drivers that need to make the playoffs for those 16 available spots. 14th, 15th, and 16th are tied. 13 races in with all these available stage points you can get each and every week. And we got 3 drivers that are tied, man. How crazy is that?
Well, how crazy is it that on the outside looking in, Gonzalez is 1 point on the outside looking in. Leach is 1 back from him. So, you've got 5 drivers within 3 points of each other.
Absolutely insane. Of course, the boss man, Leach there, he's had some good runs a couple times this season, just really not worked out for him the way maybe he had hoped. We'll actually see what his pace lap is looking like right now. You see him running all the way in the outside. You'll see all these guys doing that on their on their out lap and on that first lap, try to build as much momentum as possible to get a good qualifying lap. Qualifying doesn't matter here, but starting up front at a track like this still makes a hell of a difference for you.
Especially when pit stops come around, because the further you can get to the exit of pit road to do your stop, the better chance you are of having or winning that battle off of pit road and not having to worry about speeding off. But, I was looking at the boss man's car as he's starting his second lap now. I really need to redo that paint scheme for him.
Not a worry at all, man. We got some fantastic looking paint schemes as mentioned. We have Tanner joining in tonight's race as well, driving the number 87. He's got a pretty good looking machine here. I
need to redo that car for him too.
Looks like he already put down his qualifying lap. As we mentioned, you see all these drivers, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 drivers fighting for those final 5 spots. Zachary Woods and Mark Gonzalez, they're looking to have some pretty solid nights tonight. As you see there, not, of course, including these stage points, but
they've got to win to get in.
Yeah, some of these guys, are going to need to win, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see what we can do. We'll bring up this graphic throughout the night. We will have your updated standings, whether who make the playoffs or not, before we shut the broadcast down tonight. We have a couple guys dedicated that as soon as this race finishes to have all that ready to go for us. So we'll be excited to have that up for everybody before the broadcast is over. We got a couple of after we're going to go ahead and, Tony, I think it's time to do our national anthem.
Yeah, absolutely. And coming to us from the infield here at Daytona is good friend of Esports Broadcasting Network, Mr. Terry Adams, as he presents the United States national anthem.
Oh, man, what a fantastic national anthem. I know a little different from what we're used to here on Wednesday nights, but Tony brought in a fantastic one, and I think worthy of a track like Daytona.
Yeah, absolutely. Terry always does a good job for. When I first started broadcasting back in 2016, Terry did my intro bump music for me, and I said, "Hey, can you do an anthem?" He said, "Yeah, absolutely," and I was able to find some free free pictures to put under that, and was able to put together a good clip for us to be able to use at the beginning of just about any race we have now. But absolutely great. As looks like the only thing we've got left here at the end of qualifying is going to be tonight's Invocation, and we are just waiting on that to pop off now.
Yeah, while we finish up on some of these qualifying, we'll go over quickly the race info for tonight's race. Of course, we got 100 laps around this famed super speedway. We've got 76 degrees for the ambient air temperature, which, oddly enough, is exactly what it is here. So we got that correct. Nice warm 76 here, 36% humidity. Might be a little lower than what it actually is. 78 for the track temp.
Thing that's got me really worried, Angel, though, is that that wind that's coming out of the southeast. It's basically a crosswind coming out of turn 2, and as soon as they clear the billboards there, that wind is going to play havoc as soon as they hit that transition coming off of turn 2 banking onto the back straightaway. So I expect turn 2 to be Calamity Corner tonight, because that wind has already been gusting up to 20 miles an hour.
Yep, I mean, and that's just going to be the interesting part. Can these drivers handle what this wind is going to bring for them? So while we figure out what the drivers are trying to feel or not, we're going to go ahead and bring in Zach Woods, of course, our resident pastor, to go ahead and give our invocation before tonight's race. Hey, Zach, this is Angela and Tony in the ESBN broadcast booth. Buddy, you got us?
Yep, I'm here.
Zach, we got an exciting one tonight. Of course, we're getting ready to let you do your thing.
All right, guys. Well, let's pray. Almighty God, on this holy week, we come before you, and we're excited about the plans that lie before us for this Easter season. But Lord, tonight on this Wednesday, it's all about Daytona. And as we get ready for tonight, I pray that this race is fruitful and beneficial in our conversations tonight. And I just pray that you might bless these drivers with patience, bless the spotters with wisdom. And Lord, I want to lift up here a prayer request off of my new friend Eric, who is currently going through some unknowns. Apparently, there's a fire back home that him and his family are dealing with right now. So, Lord, I just pray for the Andrews family and everybody involved with that going on up there. And Lord, may you guide, guard, and direct all those involved in that, as well as tonight here at Daytona. And we pray this in Christ's name. Amen.
Man, thank you very much, Zach. As always, good luck tonight, buddy. You got a pretty solid chance here into the playoffs. Let's have a fun one.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that was, of course, our resident pastor, Zachary Woods. Getting ready to go green flag racing here in just a moment. But first, let's go ahead and bring up our grid for tonight's race. And right now, starting on pole, Bryce Kobler in that number 25. He got his paint scheme fixed tonight, so not using his throwback from a few weeks back in that beautiful Jeff Gordon Jurassic Park, the paint scheme. Christian Roos is going to start outside of that front row with him. Row number 2 belongs to Dylan McDonald and Chris Wheeler. Robert Lawrence and Ryan Sizemore. Robert, don't forget, he got passed on the final turn of the final lap here in the Daytona 250 race by his own teammate, DJ Daniel. So Robert Lawrence and Ryan Sizemore in row 3. Row 4 belongs to the man who runs it all, Chris Hupka and Zach Woods, we just spoke with. Row number 5 is Kyle Spees and Ron Gardner.
Kyle Gardner and Alfred Denny going to roll off in row 6. Row number 7 is going to give us Billy Ricketts and Christopher Take. Russ Daniel Jr. and David Modespaw are going to roll off in row 8. Row 9 is going to go to Travis Noble and Charles Whitehead, with row 10 going to Kevin Gibney Jr. and Trey Whitehead.
Row 11 goes to one of our very own here, Tanner Nowell in row number 11. Jeffrey Vickery outside of that with him. Wally Babb and Michael Corvu make up row number 12. Row 13 belongs to Daniel Miglin and the boss man here, Jonathan Leach, looking to make his way into the playoffs. Vernon Reese and Barack Whitehead make up row 14. Row 15 belongs to Mark Gonzalez and Brock Salvati. And Eric Andrews is going to be filling in tonight for Ricky Gonzalez in that number 31st position, sorry. And Ricky, I know we just barely missed it, but we're going to go ahead. We're going to bring Ricky in anyways. He's going to give us the starting command, even though we're running just a few minutes behind. Go ahead, Ricky.
For the last time in the regular season for the Ghost Cup Series, good luck to all of our drivers fighting for playoff spots. Drivers, start your engines!
Well said, sir. Well said.
Very well said. Great job, Ricky. Thank you very much for missing you out tonight. Enjoy the race.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys.
All right, Ricky, unfortunately, was not going to be able to make it for tonight's race and asked us to jump in and do the starting command. And, of course, you got to let him do that. It's been one of our guys always following with us here. But, Tony, here we go. We got 100 laps. It's going to be an exciting one. Of course, don't forget, we have stage breaks at laps 25 and laps 50. Of course, the beginning of each lap is what's going to be. And from here on out, let's get some good, fantastic green flag racing. You do see the lights off on that Ford Mustang pace car.
Absolutely. As the lights are out on that Ford Mustang GT500 pace car, the official pace car of iRacing. Field worked its way into the Turn 3 complex right now. Bryce Kobler gonna have the button when the pace car peels on off. So as the field worked its way off of turn number 4, pace car getting ready to make that hard left turn onto pit road. Well, Angel, the only thing that's left for me to say is it's time to wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point harness. Pop some popcorn and settle in at the World Center of Speed. It's time to get it on in Daytona. Race fans, it's showtime.
And here we are, green flag racing here for the final race in the regular season for the Ghost Cup Series. Bryce Kobler with a fantastic start here. They're going to stay double file for most of the way through the field, except the first couple cars already diving down, looking to make themselves to the bottom, try to get out of the way, and let's maybe try to get to these first couple laps in their opinion.
Absolutely. Everybody trying to find their dance partner here early. So far up at the front of this piece, Bryce Kobler and Dylan McDonald running stem to stern, bumper to bumper as they haul it down the super stretch here at Daytona for lap 1 into turn number 1. Great push there as the 38 of McDonald's going to duck out to get a little clean air to the radiator, cool that piece off, because you can only stay sucked up for so long before that engine's going to go poof.
Well, didn't take very long. Decided he wanted to lead lap number 1. Dylan McDonald's going to take that lead, and Robert Lawrence is going to follow right on behind him. That was a very smooth grab of the lead right there, and second for Robert Lawrence. Sometimes that doesn't always work there.
Yeah, absolutely. Normally, you're going to see the guy that's getting pushed just hang his partner out to dry on that high lane, but they both stayed up there until they could both get clear of Kobler, as there's an angry pack of wolves behind them, and it's all starting right around 7th spot with Kyle Spears and Kyle Gardner.
Yeah, I was just about to say, look, you saw Zach Woods all the way on the apron trying to get out of the way. He did not want to be in any of this pack. You know, Zach's got himself a pretty solid chance to make the playoffs here. He just has to really avoid some of these wrecks and make it to the end. Oh, as the 3 checks up, causes a 54 to check up, and a couple other guys right behind. Great job by everybody there to avoid getting into an early wreck, as a big checkup they had through the tri-ovals. You see these guys spread out pretty wide, but nonetheless still double foul throughout almost the entire field.
Second lane starting to form up on that top side. That is your pole sitter, Kobler. He's getting a good shove from the 5 of Hubka down the back straightaway on the high side. 38 of McDonald still in lockstep with the 34 of Lorenz, as they are still side by side about 12 deep right now. And this is cup racing at its finest at a plate track. And that could have gotten sketchy coming through the tri-oval. They almost made it 3 wide there, and that's never a good idea.
No, not at all. You saw Christopher Tate making that aggressive move. Christopher Tate's right on that bubble. He was tied into this race. These guys are going to need to use some work, use some stage points to try to get through their way through the race itself. We're talking about some of these guys up front. Of course, you know, familiar with Dylan McDonald, Kyle Rocket Spees in that number 36. Beautiful looking Tuskegee Airman Chevrolet. I tell everybody who joins me, he decided to bring it in for the Charlotte race and ended up winning it. Thought it was some pretty good luck. Brought it back the second time after. Won again. So, and you see the 30. Big checkup. Great job by everybody behind them, as it could have been very hairy right there.
Yes, it could have been, and that could have that had all implications of getting very ugly very quickly, but heads up driving from everybody to avoid bringing out that dreaded caution flag, as there goes Spees to the point, drops down on from the high side to the low side. He's going to hang the 13 of Billy Rickett out to dry. Rickett now does have a good head of steam coming down the back straightaway. Drag race going into turn number 3 as Ricketts gets a great shove from DJ McDaniel.
Yeah, you know, DJ Daniel, your Daytona winner here in the start of the season for race number 1, pulling off a last turn pass on his own teammate after having done it to somebody else in the dual race. We almost didn't believe he could do it again, and he did it again. So look for DJ to be aggressive up here to get ready to take this lead. Might be cutting down with Billy Rickett there to clear, and Ryan Sizemore, that number 3, the famed number 3 here at Daytona, looking to make his way up on that high side.
Trying to make something happen. He's got his teammate Brock Whitehead glued to his back bumper right now, using some side draft, coming through turns 2, trying to get ahead of steam. There goes the 36 of Spees up to the high side. Yeesh, that was very close for comfort there, as you saw the wiggle out of the 36. Bump draft could have gone horribly wrong. Everybody heads up driving, though.
Yeah, the aggression level is going to be high this entire race, especially because we have a short stage really to start. 25 laps, only a quarter of the race for a stage. And Kyle Rocket Spees, I thought for sure he might get stuck in the middle. I think the 3 cut him a little bit of a break there. Could have taken him 3 wide if he wanted to.
He was looking to do it, but thought better of it. A little too early to be doing that type of stuff here at Daytona, as Spees hanging tight on the high side. No real drafting help to speak of. as down the back straightaway they come. Speed's on the high side. Sizemore looking to make something happen with him. Ricketts on the low side just kind of hung out to dry as Speeds drops down in front. Here comes the 3 of Sizemore.
Man, what a fantastic drive these guys are having. Like I said, the reason why these guys are going to be so antsy trying to make things happen is you got so many guys who can just use a couple of points to make their way into the playoffs tonight. You're going to see those guys running up front and trying to run up front, hold on, and get some stage points. You know, I'm not going to mention any names because most of the league has forbidden me from mentioning their name for any reason from the broadcaster's curse that we've had here the last couple of weeks.
Absolutely is, we tend to jinx whoever we talk to. But right now, Speed's in command of this piece on the low side. He's got the 13 of Ricketts and the 96, of DJ Daniel down there with him. The 3 and the 31 on the high side. They're going to need to work together a little more congruently to make that happen, as here comes the 9 of Travis Noble to try to help him out. But that low side right now in command.
Yeah, pretty much in command. Of course, Kyle Rocket Speeds being your leader. As always, Grandma Sue for Kyle watching and on our YouTube page. So as always, thank you, Grandma Sue, for joining us and commenting as you always do with us. Rooting on her grandson, who's looking pretty good right now in first on Christian Roos. Oh, looks like he was. Oh, they're sideways. They're wrecking. They're big time wrecking now in the backstretch. Here it goes. Multiple drivers involved in this one. Oh my goodness, that's 3 of our guys here just from ESBN. Not a great job, not a great moment there for that one.
I dare say that started with Travis Noble in the 9 with how far forward as he was.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead.
Yep, there it goes. Oi.
Let's see exactly what happened with these drivers here. We're actually gonna go ahead and find the 9. We'll jump over.
Good grief.
Oh, I did not jump in fast enough. Hold on, everybody. Sorry about that. Looks like it checked up maybe, and everybody else just know where to go for a lot of these drivers. Heavy contact for the 87, the 86, the 9, the 3, the 82. Big time contact for a lot of those drivers. Not going to be the way they probably maybe want to use their fast repair to start this race.
Oh. Something happened with the 3. Oh, okay. If you back that up to about where the chicane is for the road racing course, the 31 and the 3 had a bump draft go wrong. The 3 goes up to the wall. The 31 checks up. The 9 tags him in the back bumper, gets tagged in the back bumper by the 14, and then all hell breaks loose on the high side.
All right, let's jump into our view and see what happened with the 3. Oh, yeah, it's a bad. Oh, that's perfect right there. That'd be on the 31 of Brock Whitehead. I'd say that. Don't know.
Correct.
Oh, here it is.
What race control already said. Brock Whitehead given an EOL penalty. Eesh.
Well, Greg, they started off pretty good there, going about 10 laps. I mean, we do see the anxiety from a lot of these drivers. Well, you hearing anything on the radio right now, or are these guys trying to maybe just make their way through this first couple stages?
It's been pretty quiet. I mean, I noticed a couple of them are all over the place, but I mean, it's not too bad. Got a couple of new faces here, and see how that plays out. But I mean, it's been pretty good.
Don't
I've
worry,
seen
Greg.
worse.
I know your opinion on that. You feeling any better?
Oh, you do.
You feeling any better tonight, Greg?
A little bit.
I sound a little bit better.
Not too bad. I actually have a voice and can talk tonight, so we should be pretty good.
Awesome.
Well, Greg, I've been in your position before, and before we forget to do so, thank you for being live race control tonight.
Not a problem. I appreciate it.
All right, Greg. Well, we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully not until the end of this next stage break.
Let's hope.
All right, Greg Wood, of course, race control for tonight. Feeling under the weather. Actually, celebrated a birthday 2 days ago. I know, unfortunately, spent it sick, so he's just happy to be feeling a little bit better tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to have him in the live race control booth. And, like I said, I've been there, and it's a thankless job, and you're the name that people who pretty much are going to be most likely pissed off at by the end of the night. But
Yeah, that
we got
is
some big
true.
movers so far. I'm looking through this field, Angel, and Jeff Vickery, David Miglin, and Mark Gonzalez all up 17 from where they started.
Now, does this Ford have front end damage, or is this just a paint scheme? Let me zoom in here. I think it's just a paint scheme. I don't quite understand the paint scheme, but it almost...
That's a paint scheme that doesn't fit that car.
Ah, that could be. That very much could be. Could have been put in the wrong car. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely a paint scheme that does not fit that car, or at least on the hood. You're actually seeing the carbon fiber that hood is made out of.
Got it. All right, there you go. See, nice little story here. As you see the number 2, Alfred Denny. He's actually running the 2016 Coke Zero 400 paint scheme for Brad Keselowski, in which he won that race. So he decided to bring a little bit of good luck with him tonight.
And so he is. But me having my feelings about Brad as I do, I hope he has the same finish Brad did in the 500.
I think Al would appreciate differently. Al, wasn't me though. Don't worry, I didn't say it. Yeah, Al's actually not that much of a Brad Keselowski fan, but he said, you know what? You know how we are. You know how us racers are. We're competitors, and we're very, very superstitious. So any little thing you feel like that can maybe give you that extra little oomph, you're going to take it.
Yeah, and I just noticed the paint scheme on Billy Ricketts' car, rocking the Hazard County scheme on that 13 tonight. As we are back underway, Speed's getting a really good shove right now from DJ Daniels. Great shove right now as they're trying to get this sorted out. Top lane not as organized as it once was. We've only got about 6 cars up there. So they're going to be behind the 8 ball with as organized as that low side is right now.
Yeah, it's going to be everybody you see diving there. You saw the 63 diving to the bottom as well. People just trying to get to the bottom, you know. They want to be in that spot. But, man, that outside you can make up a ton of spots. And you know you're going to have a lot of takers. There were people who were willing to go there earlier. Oh, contact there. Oh, we're wrecking again. Oh, no.
Well, it goes back to what we've said before. Cautions breed cautions. And you brought up the 4 of Miglin. He definitely has front-end damage now.
Yeah, we'll have to see exactly what happened in that situation here.
Looks like they were working their way around the lap car, who decided to stay at the bottom for some odd reason.
Oh, this is not the view we're going to need. Hold on, everybody.
It's a super speedway. You always go to the high side if you're a lap car.
Let's see. I do know that. Oh, right. Looks like we already were in a already wrecking here for a moment. Let's see. I don't know, man. He's all the way at the bottom. The 8, I think that's the 39 that came down on him. I mean, I don't know what more you could do. He was up against the line.
So you go below the line if you know that you're 20 miles an hour off pace.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Was it who? Yeah, that would be the 39. I know the 39 got loose off of that corner, and I think that was right at the corner that you were talking about, where that wind is going to affect these drivers. So that may have no.
I said turn 2. They were
turn
coming
2.
up
I'm
4.
sorry. Okay, well, I'll be interested in to see what race control has to say about that one.
Ron Gardner.
All right, Ron Gardner. Yeah, because I thought, yes, he could have gone below the yellow line, but he was far down there. I mean, I don't know. That's between you and the boss man. We'll let you talk with him after the race.
I will gladly tell him that was, in my opinion, a bonehead move. He knew he was way off pace. get below the yellow line, let the field pass. Once it's clear, then you come up and try to race with them.
Blake Anderson
So
joining us on our YouTube, mentioning he's loving seeing all these modifieds out here wrecking already at Daytona.
Yeah, exactly. These guys are driving what equate to a pavement modified at this time. And if they haven't done so already, time to burn that fast repair, boys.
You know what? You got 10 laps to go in this stage. I'd honestly hold on to it if you don't feel like you're that bad. I mean, you may or may not go. If you don't go a lap down, I mean, you can maybe just save it in case something else happens, you know. And here comes Greg in the booth with us.
That was a completely boneheaded move out of the 89, though.
That's going to be on the 39 of Ron. He just came down and just doored the crap out of him.
Tony feels like the 86 should have been off of the racing surface below the yellow line there.
Why, though? I mean,
or at least have lap cars go to the high side so it's predictable.
Well, I guess it also depends on who.
It was predictable. The leader called it out. The leader called out, said, "Hey, we're going high, stay low." That's what he did.
Okay.
Ron is the driver I was talking about earlier that was kind of all over the place. He's been all over the place all night. So it kind of doesn't surprise me that he came off the turn and just came down and straight doored the 86. But the 86 was on the yellow line, never left the yellow line, did nothing wrong.
Fair enough. We'll agree to disagree on that one, but you're the eye in the sky, so it's your call, sir.
Yeah, just because you're a lap down ain't going to have you leave the racing surface. That's not on you. I mean, everybody else should have enough skill at this wide of a track to go around you. Whether you're on the high side or low side, a car is only so wide.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's nice of you to assume, Greg, but we know that's not the case. We'll see you at the next one.
No doubt. See ya.
Let's see it. They're probably gonna go 1 to green here. We're looking at the pace lights, and yes, pace lights are on. We'll go ahead and bring somebody in the next time around. I know they don't want me to, but we're early in the race, Tony. I think you can't get too mad at me. We're this early in the race, you know. Final 30 laps, maybe I'll avoid bringing anybody in, but we gotta talk to somebody.
We'll talk to the stage winner.
Oh, there you go.
We're only 3 laps, we're 8 laps from it, so we'll talk to whoever wins this stage. Is right now DJ Daniel on the high side, Kyle Speed's on the low side. Alfred Denny and Jeff Vickery going to restart in the second row as the field works its way through the turn 2 complex down the super stretch. And you know, Angel, we've got 8 laps till the stage break. How aggressive are you going to be if you're one of those guys on the outside looking in?
You got to be as aggressive as you can, because in case you do get taken out of this race, you want to have those bonus points in your back pocket in case some of your other competitors also have a bad race and maybe didn't get those bonus points. So you got to go for it. I mean, it's go for broke here. You have to make it in the playoffs. I mean, there's no time for taking it calm anymore. You got to go for it.
So you're saying you're going to race this like a short track Saturday night heat race?
For those who race with me and Blake that you're watching, yes. they know how I am with that. I did actually just receive a text message from one of the drivers.
So you're a pillock, is what you're saying?
We'll see. I did just receive a text from one of the drivers. Won't mention names, but he said, if I win the stage, do not bring me in because I do not want your bad luck. So you gotta love it.
Yeah, but it's always been good luck whenever I've talked to somebody.
Well, then I'll let you do it, Tony. Green flag racing again here.
He's getting a good shove from Vickery as they haul it off into turn number 1. Vickery glued to the back bumper of Spees on that restart. Second lane starting to form up as that's DJ Daniel getting a good shove from the tube out for Denny.
Yep, you got a couple of Fords on the outside, battling a couple of Chevys on the inside as they go down the backstretch, driving by that beautiful Lake Lloyd back there, where some fantastic-looking bass have been caught there.
Now, do you know how that lake got its name?
I don't know how it got its name. I know how it got there, but no, I don't know the name itself.
The reason that body of water is called Lake Lloyd is because it's named after the first driver to actually put a car in there.
Oh, okay then. I like to hear that. That's pretty awesome.
Absolutely.
And here comes
as
the 13
making a run on the inside.
Oh, I don't know what happened there. I thought he had that. I don't know what happened, but he had to check up.
The inside lane didn't really... It wasn't there to help him. Now he's getting a good shove, but he's got the 2 and the 99 in his way as the 2 jumps up to the high side, playing both halves against the middle. That's a dangerous game, sir.
You know, I'll say this. That 2 car, this is not his normal thing. His normal MO is to just sit back and let the race come to him. One of those guys you don't talk about during the race, but at the end, he's usually there for a good, solid top 5, top 10. Al said, no, I want to go out there and lead some laps today. Let me go get this stage win. He's up there battling with Robert Lawrence, who, again, has been bad fast all season long, just has not quite found that victory lane where he's wanted it.
Yeah, absolutely, but right now, drag race down the back straightaway as we are 5 to go in this stage. Lorenz and Whitehead getting a good shot down the super stretch. Going to back off just a little bit as some Chevys helping some Fords up there on the top side. Lorenz still showing the way. Whitehead glued to his back bumper. And we are 4 to go in the stage. They can drop down if they want to, but they're staying kind of up there.
Well, I think, you know, if you've got the run this outside and with, you know, the cooler track temperatures here as a night race, this outside just carries such good momentum, and maybe, you know, you just want to stick with it, you know, keep those fast guys behind you. They got you to the lead, to stay there.
And that's exactly what they're doing. They are working together like a well-oiled machine right now. Whitehead quickly becoming one of the best pushers in the league as the little bit of squirreliness coming out of turn number 4. They get that one collected up pretty well as they've got a third car joining them. That's Kyle Gartner in the 49 on the top side with them. And they're trying to get this one figured out pretty quick. Unfortunately for Denny, he's not getting a ton of help from his drafting partner down there on the low side. That's the 99 of Wally Babb. Babb is not to the back bumper.
Oh, here it is.
Should be.
Oh, they're wrecking.
There it goes.
There goes DJ Daniel. Christian Roos around as well. I think they're going to make it through. Christian Roos is still sideways. Oh, no, there comes the field flying through. I think they mostly made it through there with... Oh, there goes a 5 of Christopher Hupka. That's definitely not what he wanted to see. The man who runs the show here.
14 got into it, too.
He was sideways on the track. Let's see. Looks like it started with the 96 and the 21 of DJ Daniel and Jeffrey Vickery. Oh, you know what? This is going to be the 96 trying to throw the block on the 36 from taking him 3 wide, and they make contact. 96 gets loose, and then the 21 nowhere to go. 21 barely makes it through from the 14, driving into the back of him. So great job there. And oh, heavy contact there for don't know who else got that big damage. You saw him driving into the back, and I think that might have been Hupka right there who... The caution hadn't come out at this moment in time. No, Hupka was sideways down the track.
Boy.
This actually will be the end of this stage. Any caution within 5 laps of a stage end warrants the caution. So... Or, sorry, this end of the stage break, so...
What was the 4 thinking?
Oh, the 2 just got turned sideways on pit lane. Was that the 4 that came flying through?
That was the 4 that never lifted and went on the apron.
Not sure.
What was he thinking?
I gotta see what happened here with the 2 car. That's not the view I'm gonna need. Hold on just a moment. I want to rewind this for everybody. You saw the 2 sideways on pit lane there.
TB2. Go to TV too.
Let's see here.
You'll get a perfect shot of it.
Sorry, but not trying to rewind for everybody. The 2 slows down. Oh, he may have downshifted. I don't know if the 49 actually ever made contact with him.
Oh.
I think the 2 just downshifted at that one moment.
Let's see what the eye in the sky. No, that was all on the 2. 49 never hit him.
Yeah, I think he may just downshifted one too many times, and it just spun the rear wheels.
Well then.
All right. We'll be just a few moments before Greg jumps in here. Of course, he is going to gather the stage results and hand that to us as well once he comes in and announce the reason for that caution. I'm going to say it might be the 96 that might get that penalty for trying to throw that block on the 36. It's close. I mean, I probably wouldn't, maybe. I feel like it was just one of those racing incidents, but if it were to happen, I could see the 96 maybe possibly getting that EOL. We know for a fact that Robert Lawrence did win that stage. He was up front, so... Oh, actually, they're about to go green here now.
Yes, sir, they are.
All right, we'll bring Robert in at the next one.
A lot of carnage way too early in this 100-lapper to, have this many torn-up race cars.
Yeah, and that's an unfortunate situation. And, you can tell these guys, they're trying to be patient, but, man, there's so much anxiety as to trying to make the playoffs, and that's just that's kind of what happens, I guess. I mean, it's hard to figure that out, really, kind of, that middle ground.
You've got to race smart every time you come to one of these plate tracks, Daytona, Talladega, and for a lesser extent, the iRacing Super Speedway as well. If any leagues ever use that, you've got to race smart. And there's a lot of over-aggression that we're seeing tonight, and that's what's bringing out these cautions, is it's all take, and no one's willing to give an inch.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part right there. Getting ready to go green flag racing once again. Zach Woods staying out to lead that lap. Going to give him that extra bonus point he needs to try to make the playoffs here. But he's just going to go ahead and get himself a nice start using a special paint scheme that is themed, of course, for the religious holidays of this week. I know he told me the definition of everything, but I don't remember right now, so I'm sorry, Zach.
I believe. Let me do a little homework. Yeah, the Christian-based faiths are celebrating Easter, and the Jewish holiday is Passover, which will start Friday and end the following Saturday.
All right,
so a couple of the big holidays this coming week for two of the major religions around the world.
Absolutely. Zach, of course, being one of those putting in the time. Right now, though, these guys are double file through the pack and keeping it calm for the moment. It'll be interesting to see really how we can make it through this next stage. I think, this will be one of those situations where everybody, as you mentioned, there's some carnage, cars with damage here that you maybe would have expected. So you see the 87 of Tanner still without a front bumper, but hanging on to the lead pack right now. So trying to save that fast repair, it looks like.
Looks like he's trying to, but I don't think it's going to work for him as at a major aero disadvantage right now. But up at the front of this piece, we've got some great racing going on. still side by side. Kyle Spees on the high side as the 34 bails out.
I think the 9 thought about bailing. I don't know what happened with the 9 there. He just shots at the bottom as you see the 63 and the 36 jump up to the front of the pack now. They're going to power their way. Here comes Vernon Reese as well. Vernon, one of those guys on the bubble trying to make the playoffs as well. So the 63 and the 00 fighting hard right now. They know they need to make it into the playoffs here. And here comes the 33 of Trey Whitehead on the outside.
Well, Reese has to drive smart. Doesn't have to win the race, but he does need a top 5 finish to cement his way into the championship playoff. But right now, again, he's got to race smart, not be overly aggressive, and keep that car clean. That's going to be the key to success here tonight. Keep the car out of trouble.
Yeah, so we got Kyle Rocket Speeds currently in first. Mr. Modified himself, Kevin Gibney Jr. in second. Vernon Reese in third. Kyle Gardner in fourth, and Zach Woods. He's rounding out your top 5 right now. Mix of cars. You got a couple of Chevrolets, a Ford, and a Toyota in that top 5. We only have 2 Toyotas in the field, so nice to see one of them running up front in that 5th position right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But your biggest mover is going to be Vernon Reese in that 00, up 24 spots from where he started. So far, that car looks the same way it did when it rolled through tech. Just maybe a little bit more rubber chunks on the nose of it. Other than that, though, that car is clean as a whistle, and that's what he's got to focus on for the rest of this race.
Right now, one of your drivers trying to make it in was only 1 point out, was the Jonathan Leach. However, he's on pit lane looking to repair some more extensive damages. His championship hopes, I do believe, are probably going to be over early on in this race tonight. So unfortunately there for the boss man, and from here on out just got to focus on trying to get himself a win and just prove that maybe he could have been in there.
Well, I think the mistake he made is he had so much damage during that first accident and chose not to get that car fixed and burn his fast repair early. That's what put him behind the 8 ball, and then took more damage in the second melee. And he looked okay during the third one, but apparently, from the looks of it, engine gone in the 86.
Unfortunate situation from him. Been on pit lane for quite a while now. Man, look at these cars. I love the 36 and the 63. Actually, opposite numbers now that we're sitting here. Man, those things look beautiful under the lights right now. And you saw Kevin Gibney Jr. just giving that 36 a hell of a push out in front of the field, and it's actually caused them to be too far out. Here comes the rest of them. Zach Woods back to the outside. He's got some drafting help there from Dylan McDonald. Oh, you see the 39 was real loose there off of turn 2, right where you did mention it could happen. Oh, here comes the 36. Contact with Zach Woods. He's going to come back out on track. I cannot believe he saved that. Wow, what a drive.
Yeah, but the 60's in trouble.
He's going to hang on to it.
Pinballing, good.
Yeah, he's getting pinballed left and right, stuck in the middle, 3 wide. Man, what a fantastic job done by all those drivers. And the beneficiary of that is Kevin Gibney. He'll lead himself a lap and give himself a bonus point. He's one of those guys on the outside looking in. Got some stage points, leading some laps here. That's how you do it right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Gibney, another one of those ones that he's got to keep that car clean if he's going to have any chance at it tonight. But, and we're under caution.
Well, under caution here.
The 4.
The 4 of Daniel Midland. All right, let's go ahead and jump on to there and see. Brought this one. That looks like he's got drafting help from the 54. Oh, he just got turned going into turn number 1 there by the 54. Great job, though, by Daniel to lock his brakes up. He saved at least 2 or 3 cars from getting taken out there.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're going to refer to that as being Keselowski from now on.
Yeah, that's getting Keselowski right there. Yeah, that's
bull in a china shop.
Yeah, so that might be on the 54, Christopher Tate. Another one of those drivers who was right on the bubble, tied to be in. Only 1 point really to the good if you consider the guy was 1 point behind. Dylan McDonald did take the lead there, and he will be scored as your leader. Currently, we're going to have, at the moment, we're going to come to 15 laps to go before the next stage break. So we should have about 12 or 13 laps at the start of the next restart. Yeah,
absolutely. It's the field catching the pace car right now. Who do we want to talk to?
You know what? We're going to bring in this... we're going to bring in our leader right now, the 38 of Dylan McDonald. Actually, he may... Yes.
You want Dylan McDonald, you said?
Yes, so we're going to go ahead and bring in Dylan McDonald, your current leader for the race.
Dylan McDonald, Tony Trapasso up in the ESBN broadcast booth. Do you have a copy, sir?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Well, I was going to ask you the same thing, considering that you are leading this piece in the Talladega Nights tribute scheme. Talk us through just how chippy it's been so far.
It's been super chippy, especially on the inside with all the checkups that go on. I've been trying to get to the outside. The outside seems to be rolling a lot more better than the inside, but not trying to overdrive the car and overdrive what I know I can do on the track is going to be a big task. And keep the car clean, most importantly. Last race before the playoffs start, so got to make sure I get some more stage points and build up my position by finishing the race and getting some more stage points.
Well, have you found your dance partner yet?
I have a little bit. I got Zach Woods and David Motispa from Spin Move Racing, and I have Mark Gonzalez from Titletown, but I haven't been able to find him at all, so I'm going to stick with those guys and hopefully maybe grab some more people.
All right, Dylan, best of luck to you in this next stage. Hopefully we're talking to you again in about 25 more laps.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, current leader Dylan McDonald. As you said in that Talladega Nights tribute paint scheme of Julio's, Julio's thongs. We'll say it. That's what it is.
Did you say thongs?
Yes, indeed. Have you seen Dylan McDonald's paint scheme?
I'm gonna go check it out right now, I guess.
Yeah, read the hood.
Oh Jesus! Let's see what we got. Oh jeez. Okay, I see it now. All right.
And joining us now, the man up in the stand.
The eye in the sky.
The eye in the sky. The swift arm of justice. Greg Woods, what you call on that one?
Oh, Mr. Tate got the EOL.
All right, we thought as much. Looked like he just got into him at a pretty bad angle there, and that's what sent.
I mean, he was on him the whole straightaway, and just didn't get off of him to go into the turn. But I do have stage 1 results since I had to freeze it at the moment of caution.
Go ahead.
Sir.
We can go to that before we get started.
The winner being the 34, and when you got the 33, the 2, the 49, the 99, the 28, the 13, the 97, the 38, and the 36.
All
Major
right,
points implications there with the points handed out for stage 1, as we are about 15 to go in this stage 2. So with every point counting for this race, we're going to see basically a Saturday night shootout here for this final stage break.
Yeah, I mean, and importance of stage points, you know, you heard the 99 of Wally Babb getting some stage points. He's one of those guys right in the bubble as well. So pretty important for him to get those stage points. And again, every little point can count, especially coming down to the final race where 3 guys were tied. I mean, so yeah, it's going to be, you never know by the end of this one, every point might count and might be in your favor.
Yeah, absolutely. But still plenty of time left for Miglin and Leach to try to get back on the lead lap. Let me just take a quick look here. Yeah, Miglin's only 4 down. Leach is 8 down. So
actually, Miglin is done for the. I'm showing
Miglin
here he's out.
Miglin has put it on the hauler, which means that's going to leave Leach as the only car 1 or more laps down currently that actually took the green. Eric Andrews did not take the green, so actually he is just getting into the session now.
Interesting.
So major connection issues for the 48 tonight.
They did mention some things that were happening for him. I do remember that. So possibly the reason why he wasn't in. The 34 going to go ahead and jump to the bottom, try to get out of it. Maybe the 6 is going to join him, bring him back on in. Oh, contact in the back. The 60 was sideways. Great driving there for Zach Woods to keep it under him. Kevin Gibney Jr. going to get shuffled to the outside by that 39 of Ron Gardner. He's got himself a fresh race car here. DJ Daniels back up there, and got a couple guys making their way back up to the front here.
Good recovery drives after having to burn their fast repairs early. But right now, I'm kind of keeping my eye on that 33 of Whitehead as he has given a great shove.
Something just happened to the 00 Vernon Reese. He's hard into the wall multiple times. I don't know if he's got control of this thing, but I don't know what happened there to Vernon Reese.
Caught the wall coming through the tri-oval, stayed up there, or did his best to try to stay up there.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what happened there with 00. Everybody does a great job of getting around him as well.
Yeah, that was... I'm going to keep this thing pinned to the wall to let everybody go by so I don't screw up anyone's race. So that's very sportsmanlike driving out of Reese. Now, the good news is we're not that far from the stage break. He shouldn't go a lap down, and he will be able to burn his fast repair to start the final 50 laps of this piece.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be pretty big for Vernon Reese. And guy, as we mentioned, trying to fight his way into the playoffs. You see the 99 of Wally Babb making his way up in front of Kyle Rocket Speeds. You're going to see guys moving around all over the place. And look at the shove there by Kevin Gibney Jr. and Alfred Denny to the 96. We got 3 Fords up top, 3 Chevrolets in the bottom. It's going to be a battle for the manufacturers. They come across here off of turn number 4, I believe. Yes, turn number 4. Coming to the line, completing lap number 39.
Daniel and Gibney with a good head of steam on the top side. Whitehead and Denny on the low side. Whitehead on the low side with the 38 of McDonald. And now DJ Daniel drops down. Sorry, DJ, I'm probably going to screw that up all night long. I promise I'll try to fix it.
Here comes teammates.
Long-time Run DMC fan, so bear with me, folks.
Teammates on the outside, but that inside, wow, 38 gives a hard shove to the 33. You can't always do that. You can't really push the pusher, but that worked that time.
Push the pusher so the pusher could push the pushy. He's coming off of turn number 4 with a head of steam. Whitehead doing what he has to do to help Daniel right now and help his own cause as he's currently sitting in second place. Here comes the 63 of Gibney Jr. on the high side. He has the dreaded 2 behind him, though, so this could get interesting as we are 10 to go in the stage.
See Wally Babb behind him with Kyle Rocket Speeds to his bumper. Then the 31 of Brock Whitehead. Haven't heard much from him in a different paint scheme tonight compared to normal. That 31. And then the first 2, Trey Whitehead pushes DJ all the way out to the front. These guys had a little bit of history at Daytona in the dual race where DJ was pushing Trey and passed him on the final lap as well to win the dual race. So these 2 guys, we know they are absolutely fast and they know how to get... Oh, no! There goes Trey Whitehead into Kevin Gibney Jr. Alfred Denny is a massive wreck on the front stretch. Oh, my goodness.
The 63 just caught more airtime than a skateboard at the X Games.
Oh, my goodness, and I know he's not going to be happy about that one. I think the 38 may have just caught the back bumper of who was in front of him there and just sent him up and just nowhere to go for so many drivers. Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, the 38 caught the 33, turned him up, and the 63 just along for the ride.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump on here, see if we can't... No, that's not going to be the view we need. Let's go jump onto our chopper cam here.
Get to the chopper.
Oh, nope, that did not do the chopper view that we needed. Hold on, everybody. Sorry about that. Now we look stupid. All right. Oh, yeah, he catches him right in the right rear. Oh, and just... Man. You know what we should do? Let's go jump on board with Kevin Gibney. And just so you guys know, he does not use VR. So he's
lucky for him, but it's still going to be a vomit cam for anybody that's watching on big screens right now.
Phew.
Yeah, we're on board now with Mr. Gibney here.
Yeah, that was ugly with a capital UG.
Y'all really need to stop pulling people in the booth.
We didn't pull him in the
We didn't
booth.
put nobody in the booth there.
You pulled the person I just gave the EOL to in the booth.
Oh, well, that's
Did
his
we?
own problem. That's not our
Oh,
fault.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry
no,
Dylan.
Every time you pull somebody in the booth, it's a curse. Either they're involved in a wreck or they caused a wreck.
Oh, boy. We got to talk to somebody, Greg. We got lonely over here.
Talk to each other.
No. That would
Talk to the
require us to like.
fans.
That would require us to like each other.
Yeah, you're asking a lot out of me, Greg. Come on.
Jesus. Every time.
You are the poster child for Riddlin, Angel.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, nobody wants to talk to us here.
It's herbal induced.
No, because normally pot calms you down.
Not Angel. He gets
No.
geeked.
Feels like a cat on catnip.
He turns into a fucking Teletubby.
I actually, that used to be one of my favorite shows as a kid. So
That
makes
explains a
sense.
lot.
Oh, it makes so much sense.
man.
At least you didn't grow up in the Barney generation.
Well,
I
you know
did.
what?
Oh, I love Barney.
My brothers
I
were
hate
big into
you,
Barney,
you
and
hate
but I
me.
always hated it. So
Let's get together and kill Barney with
That's
a
my
great
favorite
big knife and a Mac 44. That's how you kill that damn dinosaur.
I haven't heard that in years. Whew, talk about a throwback.
You're welcome.
Greg,
Barney was my shit.
man, thank you, of course, as always, for jumping in with us, and we'll share some more laps here in a few laps.
Well, now it's safe to pull Gibney in if you want.
No, I don't think he'll still.
I'd rather not.
I mean, I can drag him here if you like.
He'll get pretty mad at the both of us, I think. he messaged me earlier and told me, do not bring me in.
Yeah, but see, he's already wrecked.
Yeah, but then he'll get wrecked before the next stage break, and
Yeah,
it's
but
our
he
fault.
was just able to burn that fast repair, get that car fixed.
Who got the lucky dog there?
I don't know.
Was it
You'd
the
ask me
86?
that,
Hey, there it is. There we go. What perfect timing as he just goes around a pace car.
Well, he is the first car one or more laps down.
Yeah,
He
7
only
laps
needs
down
seven.
now.
He only needs 7 more cautions to get back on the lead lap.
Hey, you never know what can happen from here to the end.
Let's hope not.
No, of course.
Especially
But-
after what happened to me on Sunday night. Brand new record on ESBN was set Sunday night.
What was that?
27 cautions.
Oh my goodness! No, where were they racing at?
Charlotte.
Really, Charlotte?
Yep.
The problem with Charlotte is that, and not trying to say this to be, kind of an asshole, but it's not the most difficult track, and I think more people think that they have a chance there than they should. Kind of like Daytona and Talladega, and
Yeah.
they kind of drive in over their heads.
That's what we saw a lot of on Sunday night. So let's hope we don't have a repeat here tonight at the World Center of Speed. As you are watching ESBN coverage of the Ghost Racing Cup regular season finale, the Ghost 200 at Daytona. Tony Trapasso and Angel Santiago up in the booth with you tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and making that live chat as lively as it is.
Yeah, trying to keep up with everybody as much as we can.
Noah
Blake.
Owens checking in. Blake Henderson checking in.
Yeah, it's funny because he mentions here, hopes you have fun. He has to review that thing we did on Monday. You just mentioned 27 cautions. We just raced Next Gens at Rockingham on Monday in a league that Blake runs. It was me, Dylan McDonald racing there, Wes Fuller, Alfred Denny, and Kevin Gibney Jr. I'm probably missing somebody. Oh, and Greg races there too. What am I saying? We had 23 cautions. And we spent a registered 80-plus laps under caution. But remember, it doesn't always count all of them.
So you're saying the pace car driver led the most laps that night?
Actually, we did have somebody lead more laps in the pace car. He had 135. Nonetheless, green flag here, back again. You see Chris Hupka dive down to the bottom. Got himself his repaired number 5 M&M Chevrolet. We're gonna start calling him the Candyman here. Right now, though, it's DJ Daniel and Kyle Gardner, your current leaders. as we've only got
Absolutely.
4 laps to the end of the stage.
Gartner giving a good shove right now to Daniel. Noble trying to make something happen in the 9, not able to really do a lot yet. Doesn't have a lot of help. But Chris Hubka, good recovery drive for him, and we're back under caution.
Uh-oh. Now should be the end of the stage break as well.
Jeepers.
All right. Well, let's see. Excuse me there.
Corvo into it. It looks like Nowell into it as well.
Let's see here.
Started with the 3.
Okay, let's pull back out of that view. Do we have the full difference? Okay, so the 3 is going to pull down. There's 3 wide. Looks like the 3 pulls down. And now let me go ahead and pull up a little bit better view here, hopefully. If I press the right button for once. The 3 is going to come right down in front of the 87. 87 gives him a little bit of a shove. Oh, it gets him up the track and turns the 3 sideways and everybody else. Oh, Kevin Gibney barely squeezes his way through. A ton of cars, just significant damage there.
Watch what happens to Corvo, though.
Oh, let's see. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Upside down, every which way. And I think he already used his fast repair as well.
Yeah, he did. Judges' score is in for that flip from Corvo. 9.8, 9.5, 2.3 from the Romanian judge.
Oh, it's always that guy. I swear. He just doesn't want anybody to be happy. That was a fantastic one.
He
Could've
stuck
at
the
least given
landing.
an 8.
He stuck the landing. That's why he got positive points. Landed on all 4s and was able to drive away, so...
All right.
So, a couple updates here. Looks like Sizemore's put it on the hauler, and Jeff Vickery has put it on the hauler.
All right.
No, I'm sorry, Cobbler. Sizemore and Cobbler put it on the hauler.
And unfortunate for Bryce, I do believe he was one of those guys. Let's see. Was he? No, he wasn't. I don't see him. No, he wasn't on the bubble here.
Well, the good news is if you're Jonathan Leach, you're now only 6 laps down.
There you go.
Hello.
Greg, hello.
That was a stage end, guys.
Yeah, we kind of guessed that.
Did you?
We think a couple things happened maybe to advance the stage end, just kind of throwing that out
What
there
happened?
maybe.
What do you think happened?
The fact that they crashed within 5 to go.
Who crashed?
It definitely was contact with the 3 and the 87. I know Tanner, I'm sorry, but I think that was more on the 87.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you get a cookie.
Yeah, that
I
was
do love
definitely a
cookies,
pump draft
especially now.
gone wrong, and Tanner never backed out of it.
Nope.
And paid the ultimate price as both.
BOL.
Oh yeah. Well, paid the ultimate price because he's already burned his fast repair,
Ooh.
and he ate hot garbage during that crash.
Well, it's part of the initiation here at Ghost. If you're a new guy, you get junked. It's just the way it goes.
That much is true.
So you're saying the initiation is to be served a steaming plate of hot garbage.
Pretty much.
Okay.
With a side of poo. Wash it down with some vomit.
And if you need your fire suit cleaned, like a lot of those drivers probably do, you can check out Jimmy's over on Main Street here in Daytona.
Which the food around here is absolutely fantastic. There's actually a Wendy's now in the infield here at Daytona.
Why am I not surprised?
It's a full-blown Wendy's. It has a sign and everything, like the street sign that goes up. It's got one of those and everything.
Oh yeah, no, I saw the pre-race for this year's Past 500, and I'm like, is that a Wendy's drive-through for golf carts? What the flip?
I was walking around with my good buddy BJ Goodrow in the infield during the Xfinity race, and I'm like, is that a Wendy's? He's like, yeah, man, there's a Wendy's here now. I'm like, oh my god, this is great.
Wait a second. What the heck just happened to Brock Whitehead?
Oh, did he have an internet connection issue?
No, he blew an engine on the back straightaway. It locked the rear end up and sent him for a ride.
I don't know. He's not even connected right now for us. I don't quite understand what's happening, but from there
He
we'll
left
have to
the
find
session.
out. Green flag racing. Oh, that bottom lane, the 28 of Charles Whitehead. He missed a shift. There goes the 33. His son Trey's gonna hold on to it, but the 28 got a really, really bad restart there. Not sure if he missed a shift, was in the wrong gear. I won't judge. I've done it God knows how many times where I'm in the wrong gear. So, yeah, that's going to check up the bottom and really separate the entire pack right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Is right now, Billy Rickett in the 13 showing the way. Alfred Denny up there as well.
And his teammate Kevin Gibney Jr. just dove to the bottom and left him out to hang, but it looks like he's going to get stuck on the bottom as Dylan McDonald and Kevin Gibney have made their way back up to the front after being involved in that wreck where McDonald got into the back of that number 33 car. Now there's 3 wide here for the lead. Wow. That was fantastic to watch right there. 3 wide for the lead. Now 3 wide for third.
Like playground tactics. Nobody wants to play with you.
Yeah, my goodness. They're keeping it close. Ron Gardner's right on the quarter panels.
What are you doing?
This is some intense side drafting. You see the 14 said, no, I'm getting out of here. Kevin, you don't have your fast repair. Get out of there. These guys are still 3 wide going here into the turn. Kevin, and now you got to get out of there.
I would tell you right now, I would not put that much trust in netcode not taking place.
Oh, because netcode's been so bad as of late. As a matter of fact, last week's race that we had here for the Ghost Cup Series was one of the worst netcode races I have ever been a part of, racing or broadcasting. Tony, we had a guy go flying in the air after contact from a car that was over 5 to 6 feet away. It was unreal.
Well, it was rollout day last week at this time. And, I always advise league owners that if it's rollout day, suspend action. Don't run on rollout day because there's usually a ton of issues.
Well, our Rick Motec series that we had, the Rick Motec Truck Series, and it was the Maestros?
Yeah.
ARCA League, done through those 2 leagues, of course, being together from Extreme Scoring. They always took their those days off when we had a build for that same reason.
Correct.
And it's I never, sometimes you don't even think about it. Like, it's just one of those things that's an oversight. But ever since those guys told me about the reason why they do that, I'm like, man, that's a great idea. So anybody now that does a league, I always recommend take that week off unless you're like the Monday after.
Like week 13, forget it. The first couple of weeks or nights of week 13, you're not going to get a good race in. And I always try to advise people that, like, you need to take this week off. Why? It's week 13 and rollout day is tonight.
And
we'll be fine. And next thing you know, cars are just disappearing from the server because the servers are crashing because everybody's trying to get home from work and download their stuff.
Well, looks like Kyle Rocket Speed said, I don't want Tony talking about me in the broadcast. He dove right to the bottom of the yellow line and got out of the way.
Fair enough. Hey, I call it like I see it.
Oh, absolutely, of course.
As right now, Dylan McDonald leading that high side. He's got the deuce of Alfred Denny glued to his back bumper as he gets the clear going into 3. There is Kevin Gibney Jr. on the low side trying to make something happen as they are fast approaching a lap car. It looks like it might be
it's the boss man. He's
that's boss man.
He gets out of the way on the apron this time.
Wise idea, as he was about 30 miles an hour off the pace.
Right now you have our current leaders, man. This is a great run we're having up here. Fantastic to see these guys side by side. You know, they're all side by side, but you can see that even with the little bit of wobbling we're having there off of turn 2, like you mentioned we'd have, they're giving each other a decent amount of room here with 45 laps to go left still.
Yeah, it only took him 55 laps to get it figured out. As McDonald and Denny now drop down to that low side. Now, we heard the last time we talked to a driver, the second lane seems to be able to carry more speed. But again, that low side is the fast way or the short way around. And if you can do it on the low side.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be timing your runs. And, of course, as you mentioned before, who your dancing partners are going to be and whether or not you can make it through.
And doesn't look like anybody wants to work with the 13 of Billy Rickett right now, as he's up on that high side with no dancing help, as the 54 of Tate jumped up there for a second. And here comes Noel. Got that car fixed. He's got Corvo with him, so those two guys did have their fast repairs.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier how the 87 was saving that fast repair, and the 82 as well, I guess. So great job for the two of them. And you see that 48, the beautiful looking Ally machine there of Eric Andrews, one of the lap cars, just trying to get out there and get some laps done on here.
You know, that's pretty much all you can do at this point, is just let the chips fall where they may, as we are well past the halfway mark here. McDonald, Denny, Gibney, Gardner, Modestpaw, Whitehead, Tate, Corvo, Noel, and Savati running out your top 10.
All right, I think for this moment in time, these guys are kind of giving each other a brief moment. We're going to go ahead and go to our first commercial break of the day, everybody. We will be right back. Oh, hold on. They're getting a little antsy right there. Let's hold on for just a moment.
Well, let's go side by side.
I do not have that set up yet. Sorry.
Fail.
Yes, so my apologies to everybody watching for my lack of prep for tonight's race. So we'll be right back, everybody. All right, everybody, we are back after our brief commercial break there with our new partners, Jones Racing Setups, here with the Esports Broadcasting Network, now having the super late models as part of their repertoire of setups available to them. Right now, those guys are side by side, looks like 6 on back for about 5 or 6 rows.
And nobody seems to know what lane they want to be in, as there's a couple of guys that are switching lanes at will.
Oh, Gardner! There goes Tanner.
There it goes.
Tanner might be done for the day. Mike will make it through.
How is that not a caution?
6 of DJ Daniel gets it. You know how iRacing can be sometimes. I don't know what the 39 Ron Gardner did there. Oh, they're already wrecking by the time this happened. Hold on, everybody. Here it is. You see the 39 of Ron Gardner up high there with the 48 of Ricky Gonzalez. I'm sorry, of Eric Andrews filling in for Ricky Gonzalez.
Just goes down into Corvo and plays pinball after that.
Oh, man. Heavy contact for the 13 of Billy Rickett. 82 makes it through pretty well there, actually.
Yeah, just a little bit of right front damage, which not too bad. Shouldn't hamper him too hard. But the 39 just not listening to his spotter.
Woo! All right. I'm pretty sure we can tell you exactly what happened, but go ahead.
You can't. I bet you can't. You can try though, but I bet you can't.
The 39 stepped on his own junk and took everybody with him.
That's
I
your favorite
trademarked
saying.
that. I trademarked that.
That's Greg's
I'm gonna need
favorite
you to pay
saying.
me.
I love it.
But the 39 tried to mimic what the 54 was doing, except for the 54 and the 39 skill level is two different. So the 54 was going top to bottom. 39 tried the same thing, didn't work out.
I have a request of somebody willing to come into the booth here with us.
Really?
Mr. Kevin Gibney. He said, "Go ahead and bring me in."
I convinced him.
Well, Greg, you're going to stay here with us. Mr. Modify, Kevin Gibney, got you here in the booth with myself, Angel, Tony, and Race Control Greg.
I got you loud and clear.
Well, Kevin, you decided to come down. It looks like you're coming down pit lane here, so don't go ahead and let's not miss your pit box while you're at it. A little bit of that right front damage there. Have you got the car fixed up from that door slam you got earlier a few laps ago?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of front damage and a little hurt no one. I think we'll be fine. Run third consistently here, and I think we might have a shot to win this at Daytona tonight, even with the damage.
Yeah, we've seen you running up front as much as possible and trying to gain as many stage points as you could there in that first stage, leading some laps. And, of course, working with your partner there, Al. Have you guys got, Tony's been asking, do you guys have any other drafting partners out there that maybe you can hook up with at the end of this race if you need to?
As far as I know, no. But we have been, what's the word? Cooperative with one another. We're not gonna, force a stupid pass this early in the race, or with this many laps left, I should say. But we're being cordial with each other, and I hope it continues that to at least the white flag. But it's Daytona, so who knows?
Of course, Tony, got anything?
As long as you can take the checkered flag tonight, I think you might be okay, sir.
I mean, I'm 13 points outside looking in, but if I could take a checker, I think I'll be all right.
No, I'm just saying it's cross for the checker, not necessarily win the race, but
You know what?
bring that car home in one piece. You should be okay.
Both of the goals tonight.
All right. Well, Mr. Modified, we wish you luck for the rest of this one. Restarting here in the 7th position. Good luck, and we'll see you here hopefully at the end of this one.
All right, man. Sounds good.
All right, everybody. That was driver of the number 63 Ford Mustang, as much as he may hate to have to say that, him driving a Ford. Kevin Gibney Jr., we like to call him Mr. Modified. Right now, this is gonna be interesting to see how we finish off this race. I mean, we're gonna have currently at the moment it looks like 20. We have maybe now 22 drivers left on the lead lap. Still a good amount of cars in the lead lap, so a lot of opportunity to gain and lose points here over the final 37 laps is what we'll have once we go green flag racing once again.
Yeah, absolutely. Kyle Spees should be in the free pass position should we get another caution. But 39 of Gardner getting the EOL penalty, so last car being scored on the lead lap is the 39. As the lights are out on the Ford Mustang GT 500 pace car, getting ready to restart on lap 63 of the regular season finale for the Ghost Cup Series. This is the Ghost 200 at Daytona. Angel and Tony up in the booth with you for the Esports Broadcasting Network. Everybody that's watching in the live chat, thank you so much for doing so. Let us know who you're pulling for. We'll try to highlight your favorite driver at some point during the closing laps of this race. As right now, that is Gardner and Modespaw on the front row here.
Modespaw is one of those drivers who was just on the outside looking in. A little bit of right rear damage, it looks like. Trying to get some stage points earlier on. I'm not sure if he was successfully able to do so, but right now running up front, and I do believe he may have led a lap. But if not, he might actually be the leader at the moment. We'll see when they come across here. No, it looks like it is Kyle Gardner, your leader. We are green flag racing once again here in the Ghost Cup Series for the Ghost 200, actually more like 250. Here at Daytona International Speedway, presented by Fort Worth Screen Printing. Right now, they're diving down here to turn number 1. David Modespaw staying right up alongside there of the 49 of Kyle Gardner. And he's got Dylan McDonald pushing him behind. Brock Salvati, haven't had a chance to see him much this season. Not been around too much. And Dylan McDonald looking high, looking low, nowhere to go. He's going to have to stay in line behind the one there.
I had to give the 24 Mark Gonzalez an EOL. He had an incident exiting pit road and hit your buddy Tanner.
Oh, no good.
Yeah, pit road exit was closed. He slammed on the brakes, spun her out, and collected your buddy.
Ooh, I'm sure Tanner's definitely not going to be too happy there. So thank you
for
for the
reckon.
Oh, you see the 54 of Chris.
Yeah, that started with Tate doing Christopher Tate stuff.
Let's see here where this all happens. Let me bring this back a little bit, man. This is just, I appreciate our timing being right on point, but I need this to be backed up a little more for me here. I'm sure it's a setting that I could change.
You'll want it going into the tri-oval.
Let's see here. All right.
Go my incident minus on your SDK.
Oh, that might be on the 30-tier Trey Whitehead. The 54 definitely got loose, and he went up the track, but the 33 then looks like he checked up. He got loose. That was really weird right there.
Yes, netcode.
Like
Live
DJ
and
Daniel
die by the
taking more
sword.
damage. Oh, of course. Interesting to see what happens there. I don't know, Trey. I think that could have been on the 33.
Yeah.
Not that starting in the back is going to be necessarily the worst thing at the moment.
29, absolutely nowhere to go. The 48, Kyle bushes himself into the inside wall.
Ooh. That was a little bit of a bad memory for some people, maybe.
Hello?
I said it, and I make no qualms about it. That was exactly what Kyle Busch did the Busch race a few years back.
Yep, back in 2015. All right, what we got here for us, Greg?
Nothing. No penalties. The gavel is not striking.
Oh, no gavel for this time.
It was a freaking good old iRacing netcode.
Yeah, that's exactly what Tony called out there.
You're welcome.
Oh, now he's doing my job for me. Okay. All right, I see how it is.
Hey, I've been the eye in the sky numerous times. I can usually get to the bottom of what happened pretty quick.
Do you have an idea what happened to Brock Whitehead, Greg?
His wheel locked up, I was told.
Oh, okay. There you go.
On a couple cautions ago, he was coming out of the pits and he was going down the backstretch and he just went straight into the wall and then straight into the inside wall.
Well then.
All right, that's interesting. Yeah, because we mentioned out of nowhere he was just gone and we weren't sure if there was connection issues or something, but apparently an issue with the connection of his wheel, I guess. So thank you very much.
Hey, look, Tanner's back on the lead lap.
Is that Tanner?
Said bye, Felicia.
Yeah, that was Tanner getting his. I'll tell you, Tanner's probably got a lot of damage in his car, but man, he's still out there in the lead lap.
Yeah, he's been pretty vocal tonight.
I'm sure.
Understandably so.
Yeah, he almost got sent to the principal's office.
Yeah, Blake was watching for a little while, and let's see. Let me go back to where he was having some fun. He said,
Greg, you're telling us that it's a good idea that we don't have the in-sim chatter piped into the broadcast.
Oh, that's a horrible idea. Horrible. With these guys, it's horrible.
Oh boy. Oh, actually, I like this. I actually just saw that building behind. That's the Embry-Riddle building back there. Pretty nice design on that too. Did a really good job with that.
They even have the Dillard above the 3.
They got nice buildings in the back, but look at the freaking grass. It's all burnt.
Well, that's because when they scanned it, it was all burnt.
Well,
but when did they scan it? I mean, yeah, they would have scanned it like in the wintertime here because the grass is usually pretty green throughout the year here in Florida. It rains plenty.
Yeah, every day.
Well, you know what? It actually didn't rain today. It will rain tomorrow, though. And the day after that.
Crying me a river. At least you guys don't have to shovel your rain.
Yeah, I'm on a group chat with a couple of my buddies, and most of them, all of them live above in the north, and I enjoy sharing with them throughout the winter season my fantastic 70-degree temperatures while they are snowed in. So I know
I'm
once
not
they
snowed in. I
once
can
they-
see the Mason-Dixon line, but I ain't snowed in.
once they come to Daytona next year, I think I'm gonna hear it from them.
You're going to hear it from me here in a couple seconds if you keep it up, smartass.
Hey, like I always say, smart-ass better than being a dumbass.
Oh yeah, that was true.
He's that too.
Well, you know what? We try to give
Nah.
myself at least a little bit of a break. Come on, man.
You have smoked your IQ to the point where it's the temperature in my hometown.
Well, my IQ wasn't very high to start, so I don't know how much
I
more it
rest
would've
my
dropped.
case.
Where'd you get this guy, Angel? Come on now.
Oh boy, that was one of our best coming over from ESBN when we bought it out from the.
I was the founder of ESBN.
Well, take your crayons and go home, you big meanie.
No. My mom's isn't special.
We're not
Give me-
going there.
Give me this hockey helmet and everything.
Oh boy, we're gonna have looks like 32 laps to go once we go green flag racing here. As you see, the pace lights are off. All these cars, what's left of the cars, are lined up double file. I mean, honestly, we do have a good chunk of the cars still out here. I mean, I think we only have maybe one, two, maybe only 2 drivers that are completely out of the race today.
3 retirements, and 1 is in the pits, still trying to get fixed. That's Bryce Cobbler's number 25. As the green flag does come back out, Modespaw and Gardner at the top of this piece. Modespaw getting a good shove right now from the 38 of McDonald.
Oh man, these are getting antsy already. I mean, we still got a third of the race to go. We got time.
We're not
before we
even to
gotta
the
get-
money stop yet.
That's right. I don't know if these guys can make it to the end here. 75%
Not from
fuel.
here. Not from here, they can't. You figure a normal run is about 30 laps, and at 75%, you're looking pit window of about 25, 26 laps, depending on how much fuel you save. Now, we have had some cautions, and you can usually save about a lap of fuel under caution, but some of these guys, they weren't down pit road since lap 47. Modespaw, Gartner, and Lorenz being 3 of those. So those guys are going to have to peel off before everybody else does, should we stay green.
Yeah, it's probably part of the reason why they decided not to come down. They said, you know what, if we can't make it from here anyways, may as well stay out. We're all going to need to pit one more time. So that might be the decision there. Dylan McDonald, Billy Rickett, David Modespaw making their way back up here to the front. We saw them running up front for a while earlier on. We do have a pack of about 12 cars who have separated themselves from the rest of the field here. Mostly double file throughout, kind of give or take 1 or 2 here on the outside or on the inside. So these guys, I think, a lot of these guys are trying to make this playoffs here in this front group. So I think we're going to see them try to be at least a little bit more patient to try to make it to the final 30 laps in tonight's race.
Oh, David Modespaw being one of those ones that was on the outside looking in, saying, F that, I'm trying to lead here on the low side. He's getting a good shove right now from Kyle Gartner's number 49, lockstep. Here comes the high lane down.
What a
Gardner
run.
wisely backing out so he's not in a push situation. As right now McDonald and Rickett showing the way on the low lane.
And there goes a 63.
And
He'll dive down
with
to the
those-
bottom.
With those guys getting lined up on the low side, that's usually the tattletale that we're getting ready to see some green flag pit stops.
And I know plenty of these drivers might be dreading that. Green flag pit stops could make or break your season right here. So we're going to have to see. And I do believe we are, under caution? No, we're not under caution.
No, we're not.
Nope, it looks like Kyle Ruckus Pease was able to get off. We saw him with some good damage here. It was on a backstretch there. He might have ran out of gas or may have blew an engine. Not sure what happened there for Kyle. But unfortunate for him in tonight's race. Going to be not a factor, even though he's been a factor in quite a few this season.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're 3 wide in that second group.
Looks like these guys are. You're not going to catch that front group like that. That front group is single file now. They're going to keep pulling away here, and this really might hurt your chances to be there at the end of this race if we do go green. And I know as you said, we're fixing to go green here. with the single file racing that we're having up front.
Yeah, absolutely. Is you've got the one lap car that is the 48 who's leading that piece. That's Eric Andrew, as he has picked up Cliff Corvo in the 82.
Man, side drafting like that's not going to help either right there. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and pull in the line there, Trey Whitehead. They're going to go around that lap car now, actually, the 48. Going to line up on the outside. The 21 of Jeffrey Vickery. Chris Wheeler, haven't spoke much about him and his number 6 Ford Mustang. And then Wally Babb and his number 99 Chevy Camaro there right behind as well. You see Mark Gonzalez in that 24. He'll pull all the way to the high side, up and out of the way in what his modified tonight. So far, though, back up to the lead pack. They've separated ever so slightly, but still staying single file right now. That is at least 10 cars there that are single file at the moment.
Well, the question is, who of that front pack is going to blink first to go down to get the money stop out of the way? Because the undercut is so huge here as they work past the 28, staying down on the apron just to get the heck out of the way. And here we go.
Oh, Chris Hupka's coming down. He's alone, though. This is not... He's got a couple guys coming behind him. Oh! Do they get slowed down in time? That 54.97 were coming in with a head of steam right there. We'll have to see, did they actually get slowed down enough?
The answer is no.
Ooh.
Both of them were at 75 when they hit the line.
Oh my goodness, that's gonna cause them to have to. No, they came back out. There's no penalty there.
It gave it to them. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, they came right back out. Looks like a fuel only stop. I was gonna say because there goes Christopher Tate's chances in this championship right there.
Tate being scored as the last car on the lead lap as he's coming out of the pits now, as the field flashes by. That's Brock Whitehead coming out of the pits after getting his steering wheel fixed.
Yeah, Brock back out there. Brock, at least you're not finishing second tonight. Brock had probably 5 or 6 second-place finishes on the season before he finally got a win. You see Trey Whitehead has made his way down pit lane now. Trying to just see where some of these other guys are at on this group. You see here these guys are single file as well. That last time round almost matching the speeds, if not just slightly faster than the cars in front of them, that front group. So Jeffrey Vickery, Wally Babb, Chris Wheeler, and then the 48 just tagging along, kind of slowly picking away at those guys in front of them.
Well, that front group right now, though, they are in lockstep. I'm seeing a lot of 200-mile-an-hour flashes out of some of those guys. Then they have to kind of back it out to stay off the guy in front of them. Right now, they can go and kind of throw the dummy to McDonald.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this much. That one right behind him, he's looking to try to win a race to make his way into the playoffs, hopefully. It's not winning you're in, but a win would certainly be big when it comes to bonus points.
Absolutely.
To try to get that. So if the 13 goes for it, the 1 isn't going to go with him. The 1's going to leave him out to hang as well.
Well, for the most part, nobody's really wanted to work with the 13 tonight. He has been shuffled back, and the fact that he's sitting in second right now is nothing short of miraculous.
It looks like
good recovery drive for the 00 of Vernon Reese as well, as he's back up 18 spots, sitting in the number 9 shot.
Yeah, we saw him involved in a wreck, and we thought his day might be over. But back up here, Vernon, another one of those drivers, also needing to make his way into the playoffs for tonight. So we got 3 of those drivers, Vernon Reese, Kevin Gibney Jr., and David Modespall, that really need to make their way into the playoffs. And right now, those are the 3 guys running in the top 9. So if I'm not mistaken, actually, all 3 of those drivers were on the outside looking in coming into tonight's race.
Yes, they were. And right now, though, doing what they need to do to keep those cars in contention. And you got to think, whoever breaks off here as the field working its way around Tanner now, as Tanner kind of off the pace still with a little bit of damage on that number 87. But whoever's going to be the first to call no mas out of this lead group, I expect most of the rest of them to come with them, as little bit of separation, and what was a 9-car breakaway is now a 12-car fracas.
Yeah, and speaking of, that is the 21 of Jeffrey Vickery. We're actually going to jump on board here, see if he's got the run. Are they going to go and take the run around the outside, or are they going to dive to the bottom and stand in line? Big run right now, 204 miles per hour into that turn. He's going to try to get up behind the 1 of David Modespall. The 63 went ahead and gave the 1 some room to get in front of him. But look at the run for Jeffrey Vickery. He's moving here from 10th all the way up, and I do believe we have a couple more takers on pit lane. That is David Modespall and Robert Lawrence. Only 2 drivers on pit lane. That's not going to help those 2 guys.
Well, they're going to have to bump draft the hell out of each other to make anything happen, and hope for a lot of luck, as the rest of the field is still staying out. They're 2 wide now. The 21 of Vickery leading that outside charge as they haul it down the super stretch here at Daytona. The 38 of McDonald and the 13 of Rickett currently in control of the bottom lane. Little bit of bouncing going on, as the 21 trying to do some side drafting. The 49 of Gardner peels off all by his lonesome. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, I don't know. These guys just got to maybe try to do a little bit better communication. You got to get a couple drivers to come down pit lane with you right now, you know? Like, even if they're not teammates, I mean, you got to do something. You can't screw yourself, as those 3 drivers pull in, including Wally Babb. Dylan McDonald didn't like it. He goes to the outside of Wally Babb now. And there goes the 13 behind him. They're going to go try to make their own run on the outside. Wally Babb, he's one of those guys, needs to point his way into the championship as well. He was on the bubble. Here he is running in that top 3, top 4 position right now.
Absolutely trying to kill whatever side draft the 38 has on him as they come off of turn number 4. Again, the question still remains, as we are 17 to go. I don't think these guys can make it from here, because the last time most of them were down lap 67, lap 67, lap 66, lap 61 for the entirety of the rest of the top 10 right now. As they come up on the hold your line.
Ooh.
That could have gotten ugly.
Extremely ugly. Wow. Yeah, I don't really know what to say there.
Leach drops down below the yellow line to let the lead pack pass at speed. McDonald back in control of this one, as the 21 had a heart attack on the backstretch last lap, trying to work their way around that lap car.
The question's going to be as well, when are these drivers thinking about coming down pit lane?
You've got to come down with enough time left to make something happen, but you've got to have drafting help. As they are quickly reeling in. Looks like Ruse, Tates, Hubka, Savalti, Lorenz, and Whitehead.
Yeah, right now the 38 was mentioned leading this race. Let's go ahead and give these guys, everybody. You know what? Never mind. No, we're gonna hold off on a turn it up session. We're waiting for an after caution one in case to get all these cars bunched up if we needed to.
Good idea.
The single file is not gonna be too much fun with it. Right there, though, Kevin Gibney Jr. and Alfred Denny both had their fastest laps of the day just now. I know it doesn't mean too much here at Daytona, depending on your draft, but nonetheless, always a fun little mention.
Yeah, absolutely.
These guys, they really need to be single file. I mean, I know they got a little bit mixed up with what happened there, but they need to get single file because they're losing time to those cars that pitted and are currently running single file. Oh, the 39 of Rod Gardner. Oh, goodness, that almost took out the lead pack. I think it was probably coming off pit lane with too much speed there. And, you know, it's so slick that anything could happen there. It looks like that almost cost the field.
I'm white-knuckled, and I'm not even on track right now.
Yeah, I can feel that, man. I'm like gripping my mic and my mouse like crazy right now.
Yeah, I just broke the armrest on my wheelchair.
Yeah, that's not gonna be very
no,
good. No.
When you're making the announcers nervous, that's when you know that something's about to pop off.
Yeah, we do have 14 laps to go left in this stage.
Stage nothing left in this race.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, technically last stage. Sorry about that. I got a little distracted. Tanner jumping in, letting us know he's multitasking.
What are you doing?
Multitasking.
What are you doing?
No,
what are you doing?
Tanner said multitasking at its finest while he is
60.
Oh, the 60 Zach Woods. Yeah, not sure what happened there. Zach going a lap down, definitely not what he needed. He looks like he should be perfectly fine to make it to the the championship, but being a lap down, certainly not in a comfortable position either.
As they work their way around the lap car, that is the 9 of Travis Noble. As we are 13 to go. And I don't think you can make it from here, being as, you know, the guys that haven't been down pit road yet, they're going to have to come down for a splash and go. Now, the good news is they're not going to have to take a full boat of fuel when they do it. But they are going to have to come down for at least a few gallons to make it home from here. 12 to go at the stripe.
Yeah, I think maybe they're just trying to bide their time and hope for for a caution maybe. But see, this single file is what they needed to be the last 10 laps. That last time around, they lost almost 0.4 of a second to that group that had already pitted, including Christopher Tate, Chris Hupka, Brock Salvati, Robert Lawrence, and Trey Whitehead. So, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be enough. I think right now that second group that's already pit might be those. They might be in the catbird seat, in my opinion, if this one goes green here.
Well, we're about to find out as Chris Ruse in the 14 is leading that pack that the leaders are chasing down. So the question still remains, when are McDonald and company going to come down for the money stop, as Ruse and company, currently 8th on back, have already had theirs. They're up to full song right now, and lap times and speeds almost identical to this lead group that's staying out. And for the life of me, as we're going to be 10 to go at the stripe. Here we go. Showtime.
Bab stays out. I think Wally Babb stayed out. I don't know if he just said maybe he wanted to lead that lap and maybe get that bonus point. I don't know if that's going to be worth it. All these drivers do a great job, though, coming down pit lane. Can they get into their pit boxes smoothly?
No.
Nope. Oh, the 38? No, not at all. He might be too far to the left.
Well, he also slid through his box, so he's in trouble.
There might be enough groups in the cars in this group that he might be able to hang. Oh, I don't know if he's going to be able to hang on to the back of this group here.
He's going to have to hustle it to get that car back up to speed.
No, he's too far back behind these guys. All right.
So Billy Rickett winning the battle off pit road. Wheeler right there with him. Denny's right there. The 21 of victories there as well.
8 seconds.
Bab finally comes down pit road.
Counting. I think this other group is going to have some big momentum once they get to them.
Yes, they are.
Let's jump on board with the 14 here and see what that momentum looks like. Are they going to have enough of it with 9 laps to go? And they got more cars though, so they could also be going a lot faster. Let's see. I don't. They might not have. It might not. Oh, something happened there for the 14.
Yeah, he got shuffled out. There's a bump draft gone wrong coming off of
From
4.
the 54. Yeah, coming from that 54, Christopher Tate.
Tate is shoving the daylights out of him right now.
Yeah, well, Chris's championship hopes are on the line as well right now, as well as Chris Hupka behind him. So, oh no, they're starting to battle up here. No, no, no! This is the absolute opposite of what you need to be doing. You've got a 3-second lead on the other pack behind you, coming to 8 laps to go. You gotta be in line, Tony. What are they doing?
You know they can't hear you, right?
I know, but what? I know they can't hear me, but what are they doing?
Shooting themselves in the foot.
Oh my goodness! That last time around, they were 3
What is
tenths
shit?
slower. Oh my goodness!
What was Wally Babb doing is he almost got into the 14. That's going to break up that little pack a little bit.
Yeah, he's
and give
just
some breathing room to those guys in front of him.
Trying to get in there, and for Wally, I know he's going to bother a lot of these guys, but that actually worked out. It split them up and allowed him to stay in their draft. He's just trying to make sure he makes it into the playoffs as well. As Chris Wheeler, no, they're back to being side drafting. Oh my goodness, they're going to... I don't know.
Rue just got turned.
Oh my goodness. Actually, he's already turned at this point in time. Let's jump back briefly here. The 54s. Oh, we got right into him there. Nice job holding the brakes and hanging onto it there. Taking out the pit lane cone in the process. Great job for Christian Roos hanging on to that.
Race control clearing that black flag for unsafe pit entry.
Oh, of course, should be as decided. Now that backpack 2.5 seconds behind him. You got to stay in line. Chris and Jeffrey, I'm pretty sure they are good to make it to the championship. The only person right now here is worried is Kevin Gibney Jr. He's a guy on the outside looking in, and they're still going to the outside with 6 to go. You know what? If they lose this race, any one of those 5, I mean, not that the 13 and the 2 can do much. I know they've been kind of just riding around in the front, but... Oh, my goodness. And here that pack comes. Tony, why?
Well, we're going to be 5 to go at the stripe, so it's go time. If you've got the trump card, play it now. Ricketts, though, showing the way in the 13. Alfred Denny in the deuce, glued to his back bumper. Kevin Gibney Jr. in the 63, doing what he has to do. A podium finish would clinch a playoff berth. He's got to keep that in mind right now. The 21 of Vickery sitting right there as well. He's been strong all night. Chris Wheeler glued to him as they go to the high side to try to make something happen. We are 5 to go.
Oh, those guys are splitting up a little bit behind them, too. That's actually not going to help them. So now the back of this pack doing what they don't need to do.
Chris Hupka in deep trouble right now. As
they're wrecking.
Back.
There it is.
There it goes.
Oh, that's exactly what this front group did not want to see. Let's see exactly what happens here. The 54 checks up for the 5. The 97, the 97 just had nowhere to go, and I think it was net code from there between the 54 and the 33. Heavy contact for Robert Lawrence. Kyle Gardner's in that. Trey Whitehead. Wow. That's just changed the outcome of this race.
Yeah, it absolutely did.
We're going to have a green-white-checkered to decide who makes it into the playoffs here in the Ghost Cup Series in their inaugural Cup Series season.
I got to kind of put that... I'm watching that from the chopper view, and I got to put that on 54. He kind of... It looked like he was trying to back off of Hubka to try to get it clear to go up and around. and he backed off too far, and the 37 just drove into the back of him, and then it was
Chaos
just
from there.
ugly. Yeah, it was just ugly from there.
Wow and wow. I
But I'm gonna, and it looks like Race Control agrees with me. Tate was given the EOL because of it.
I hate to say this, but championship implications here, Tony. That 54 might see his chances. He's going to be driving, as they say in the good old Talladega Nights, like a pissed-off teenager trying to make his way up to the front and gain as many points as he can to hopefully make his way back into the top 16 tonight. As mentioned before at the start of the race, once we're done with our interviews, we should have the unofficial, at the very least, unofficial point standings going or coming out of here from Daytona for the playoffs, and we hope to have that graphic ready for you by the end of this, so we'll hold on to that as well. Tony, I have a rule when it comes to a green-white-checkered. I will not bring anybody into the booth.
I have the same rule, sir.
I even did it with a lap car last week thinking that it'd be okay, and he still managed to lose 2 more positions on a wreck he got into, so he said, don't do it again.
Yeah, no, I have the same policy. These guys are going to be amped up, and they've got to. This has to be the best restart of their career.
Absolutely.
Especially those guys on the outside looking in. As Ricketts is going to have the choice. Is he going to want to go with the 21 of Vickery, or is he going to want to go with the 63 of Gibney Jr.?
Well,
that's the big choice that he's going to have.
Here's the problem, and I know that the 21 is fast. We saw the 2 has been fast. The 63 has to make his way into the playoffs. He's going to be aggressive to try to win this race. The 6 of Chris Wheeler, he's been fast throughout the season as well. And it looks like the 13 is going to take the bottom. He's going to take the 21 of Jeffrey Vickery behind him.
There you go. And we're going to get 2 shots at a green-white checker finish. For those of you unfamiliar with the GWC, green flag is going to come out to restart this race. The leader has to cross the start-finish line to accept the white flag for us to race back to the checkers. If something pops off before the leader gets back to the start-finish line, we're going to rack them, stack them, and try it for round 2. If after the second attempt they still can't get that to happen, field will be frozen, race is over.
Yeah, and I know a lot of these drivers would hate for their seasons to come to an end because the field had to be frozen to find out who gets in and who does not. Of those drivers that we mentioned on the bubble, were Zach Woods and Mark Gonzalez still trying to fight their way through. Chris Tate, Chris Hupka, Wally Babb. Ricky Gonzalez, unfortunately, was not able to make it tonight. The boss man, Jonathan Leach, has not had a great night. Wes Fuller, I don't believe he was able to make it tonight either. So really it's Kevin Gibney Jr., Verdon Reese, and David Modespall all trying to fight their way in for an opportunity really to make it into the next into the playoffs.
Absolutely, and we are about to find out as lights are out on the pace car. Here we go for attempt number 1. Billy Ricketts has the button. Green flag is in the air, and we are back underway here at Daytona for the first attempt at a green-white checker finish. Ricketts getting a good shove from the 21. As
big shove there.
Yikes.
The 6 is all over the back bumper there of the 21, but here comes the 63 and the 2 on the high side with big draft and help from the 99 of Wally Babb behind him. Oh, they're big time wrecking behind him.
There it goes.
Oh my goodness, and right before that, Kevin Gibney just left his teammate Alfred Denny out to hang. He wanted to win this one. Oh my goodness, what just happened there?
The 38 got a little antsy, and you can see it crystal clear from the chopper view. The 38 tried to make a third lane And unfortunately, the 13 and the 99 didn't realize he was there.
Unfortunate there, yeah. Oh, heavy contact there for the one of David Modestball. You see him trying to make his way into the playoffs, hoping that's not going to affect him too bad, but wow. The 38, Dylan McDonald, he's going to be aggressive here. The 13 of Billy Rickett, he wants to win in his debut, I believe, honestly, for the league. I'm not sure I've seen him here before. Billy, if you have, my apologies, but I just don't recall. So you have teammates starting up front, but right before that, Kevin did leave Alfred out to hang on the outside. That caution may have saved Al's chances to have a chance for the win. So I'm going to say there's no more teammates here.
Well, the thing is, Gibney didn't really have a choice with how hard he was getting pushed.
That's true. That is true.
He had no choice in that matter. It was if he tried to stay with Denny, he was getting wadded.
I'll tell you this, speaking with Al before the race, Al has zero interest in helping Kevin win this race. Al wants to win a race. He's had himself some good runs this season, and nothing better than going into the playoffs with the momentum of a victory behind you.
True story, but if they're friends, he's got to realize what's on the line for Gibney. Gibney was on the outside looking in coming into tonight.
Yeah, that much is true, but hey man, a win is a win. We saw here at Daytona in the season opener, the inaugural race for the Ghost Cup Series, teammates coming to the line and one of them left the other one out to hang to win the race. So I'm just saying, we've seen it here already.
It's fine if your teammate can come home and be able to push the car back onto the hauler in one piece.
Also true.
Team rules that I've always had is try not to kill each other.
Yes, absolutely.
If you are rule number 2 is if you are going to kill each other, make damn sure that it's a Sports Center highlight.
So, Team Penske and Daytona.
Pretty much.
Got it. I say that as a Joe Logano fan, so it hurts.
I'll plead the fifth on this one because you and I will agree to disagree on good drivers currently in the Cup.
I am a Ford fan, and Joe Logano is also from Connecticut. You gotta know I'm gonna be a fan of his, and he's won on my birthday twice.
Anyways, lights should be going on the pace car this time.
Question for Kevin Gibney Jr. is he going to take the inside or is he going to take the outside?
Well, it's the same question that was asked before. Does he want to go with the 13 or the 21? He's going with the 13.
I think the 38 was given the EOL. The 38 is going to be given the EOL, so he's not restarting in fourth. Okay.
Dylan McDonald was given the EOL, sent to the tail end of the field.
So his opportunity to win tonight's race is, in fact, virtually over, simply because we do not have any more green-white attempts. So
this is it.
Oh, boy.
This is for all the marbles. This is going to be the last restart we have tonight.
We're going to see how does the 13 and the 21 behind, the 6 of Chris Wheeler, the 00 Vernon Reese. He's sitting back there in the 6th position. He's trying to make his way back in. In the 7th position. He's trying to make his way back in to the playoffs. So we've got so many stories. The boss man, Chris Hubka, who runs, of course, the Ghost Cup League, currently running in 8th. He just needs himself a solid finish to make his way through the next round as well. So
he's got to survive this carnage.
Modest Ball's over in 9th. He's trying to fight his way as well. So I'm sorry, in 10th.
Keep your eye on that. No, you had it right, 9th. Keep your eye on that low lane because you got Hubska, Modespa, Reese, Ricketts, and Gibney all on that low side. Here we go. Coming out of turn number 4. Pace car makes that hard left turn down below the mustard line. Final restart of the race. Green flag is in the air. Gibney lays the power down. The 13 not able to go with him. The 22 of Victory shoving the daylights out of the dude.
Yeah, Al's trying to hold on there to his cars. The 21's shoving him, as you mentioned. The 63 not getting the drafting help that he needs right now. From that 13, we're going to be side by side now for second. Kevin Gibney Jr. to the lead. He's got to hold these guys off here in the bottom. You can't give up the room there. Oh, here comes a 0-0 through the middle. No, he's going to have to back out of it.
Drag race down the back straightaway. Gibney and Denny, the two teammates, showing the way. The 0-0 gets shuffled up. That's going to break up that pack a little bit.
Here comes Kevin Gibney Jr.
More cars.
He puts the block on Al for Denny. Kevin Gibney's going to come across the start-finish line. Kevin Gibney's going to win the race here. Oh, my goodness, Kevin. Woo! And that's going to be biased. I'm sorry, everybody. I had to. Kevin's such a good friend of mine. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Kevin. Oh, it's going to be a 1-2 finish for Deep Racing, and Kevin Gibney Jr. is going to win it here at Daytona.
Anybody want to tell them that was the white flag they took?
Oh, goodness. I said that wrong.
They're still not done. Gibney
they're not done.
Shows the way. Denny all over him right now.
I got a little too excited there, but...
A lot bit too excited as Gibney showing the way. Denny jumps up to pick up the 6.
Oh, they make contact.
Gibney gets,
all right, Kevin.
Sideways, coming into the tri-oval.
Kevin wins it.
Kevin Gibney Jr.
This time I get it correct. Sorry about that, everybody. Woo! Oh my goodness. I got a little excited, but it's still gonna happen regardless.
He called it a lap early, and it held true.
Oh, goodness.
Gibney
Can you
Jr.
imagine?
coming home with the victory. Billy Rickett, Alfred Denny, Robert Lorenz, Vernon Reese, Travis Noble, Chris Wheeler, Jeff Victory, Chris Hubka, and Zach Woods rounding out your top 10.
I pulled a Mark Martin in broadcasting.
Yes, you did. And you're not going to be able to live that one down.
No, I will not. I am just glad that Kevin would still come home to win, because if he lost that race, I would not be able to look at Kevin in the face ever again.
Fair enough.
Burn it down, buddy. Come on. He earned this one today. He ran up front for a lot of this race, got himself some stage points. I'm hoping this win will be enough points to set him into the next round.
It should be, and if not, it's going to be it's going to be a rough one to settle out.
Hey, if I'm not going to make it to the playoffs, you give me the victory.
Absolutely, as right now we are reaching out to the man who came home with the victory, Kevin Gibney Jr. Congratulations on winning at Daytona, sir.
The emotions aren't just too high for me right now. It's a storybook ending, to say the least. Nothing else could top this right now.
Well, your buddy Angel up here in the booth was going crazy when you took the white flag, thinking it was the checker.
Yeah, I pulled a Mark Martin on a broadcast. So I know you guys are gonna give me crap for that. I'm just happy you got home with a victory, because if you lost, I know you would have never let me live that one down. So congratulations, buddy. I'm ecstatic for you, buddy.
It can't be more happy for me. I have to thank Al for this. He really pushed me through this entire race. He, told me to stay in it, tell me when to move, when to not move it. I have to give most, if not all, credit to Al tonight for that.
Kevin, I mean, you can give the credit to Al, and I know he helped you there, but, you ran this race up front for a good while when Al wasn't around you. You got some stage points in that first stage. You were involved in that wreck where we gave our little curse there to Dylan McDonald and took half the field out. You ran up front tonight, buddy. It wasn't a fluke. You had a great race there, and man, we're just talking about this, and I told you I'd be the guy to broadcast your first win here. So, congratulations, man. That's just good job for you and Al there.
Man, it really means a lot, and I would really hope you would have broadcast my first one.
Kevin, I know we're gonna have a couple people to thank. Did you get those sponsors that Deep memorizes?
I don't know, but we'll try. First and foremost, thank you guys for putting on a great show tonight as usual. Expect nothing less out of you guys. I'm my family for watching me week in, week out, even though some weeks are not as good as others. Blackwater Studs, Grounds and Hounds, Circle B Diecast. Again, Al for just pushing me through this race, and Deep, especially for giving me the morale boost I needed for this win tonight. It really means a lot to me.
Kevin, congratulations. This should, this is my loose, high-powered gazintas here, math for those of you above the Mason-Dixon line, should get you into the playoffs. What are your thoughts in that aspect?
I know it was close. I know I was battling a lot of people tonight. There was at least 7-8 of us battling just for 16th alone, and I know I didn't get any stage points tonight. I finished 11th first and second stage, but hopefully the win tonight and a few laps led will help me to that playoff berth that I'm hoping for.
Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed, as we are going to learn that before we go off the air tonight. So, Kevin, if you want to just hang tight in the waiting room, we will most likely be talking to you again after we hear the official call on that.
Sounds good to me.
All
So
right.
that
That was
Kevin
Revere.
Gibney.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Kevin Gibney Jr. and joining us now, driver of the number 13 in his debut race with the Ghost Cup Series, Billy Rickett. Billy, all things considered, can't be too disappointed in a podium finish your first time out.
Oh no, we ran good. Just
But,
couldn't get there at the end.
Well, there was a couple of times where it looked like nobody wanted to play with the new kid for going through the mid race there.
Yeah, new kid on the block. Nobody didn't really want to help us out there. But Dylan in the 38, he lent a big hand there towards the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And you lended a big hand to the guys up front on those restarts, giving some great pushing help, cementing yourself as a very solid and safe dancing partner going into the next time we go to a plate track. But, Billy, talk us through your experience the first time here with a new league.
Well, it was a blast, actually. I think we started
13.
on the grid, worked our way up, had some trouble there midway, but all in all, it was a blast. It was fun.
Absolutely. But we are going to take next week off, and then going into the playoffs, the start of the playoffs, you've already made a pretty solid statement that, if you stick around, you're going to be one of the contenders moving forward. Who do you need to thank tonight?
Just a big shout out to teammate, actually, Travis Noble. He messaged me today and was like, "You gonna run that race?" And I said, "Heck, if you want to, we'll give her a shot." I actually ran the inaugural Daytona back in January and had been gone for the last few months and just got back recently. So, yeah, big shout out to him to actually get me in here tonight.
All right, Billy Rickett, congratulations on a podium finish here tonight at Daytona.
Sure, appreciate it.
So that was second place. And Angel, I believe you've got third place with you now.
Mr. Alfred Denny, this is Angel and Tony in the ESPN broadcast booth, buddy. You got us?
I got you.
Man, what a great time to come home with a top three, coming home with a podium finish here, man. And I know you've had some good runs as of late. Couldn't quite put this one in victory lane, but I mean, we were talking about it here in the booth. The 63 was going to be the main focus here tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to put this one in victory lane. This was Kozlowski's first Daytona win back in 2016. I was like, let's make that paint scheme and see if it works. And it was damn close, but if it wasn't me, I'm sure glad it was Kevin, because I'm pretty sure that got him into the playoffs, which he was right on that bubble.
Yeah, I mean, it was we're hoping. I know we're hopefully gonna have the end of these standings here soon, but yeah, I mean, nonetheless, it was a good race for you. You got up front, involved in a wreck here and there, but overall able to stay out of it in the debut for your for this Blackwater Stud scheme. Next week, of course, we're got a bye week. We're going for some fun at Nashville in those ARCA cars for the All-Star race. But 2 weeks from then, how do you start off these playoffs, and what's the goal from there?
Stay out of trouble. Hope that we can finish well enough to beat some of these guys, because there's a lot of fast guys in this league. So
Yeah.
I know the Whiteheads are both in there. They're going to be tough. Kyle's tough. If Tate snuck into the playoffs, he's going to be very tough to beat. So just try to stay out of trouble and hope that they have some trouble.
Yeah, Kentucky's definitely gonna be a blast for it. Al, I know you know the guys that think get deep, and I think Kevin got most of them. So go ahead and give your shout outs, and we'll let you enjoy this podium here with Kevin and the rest of them.
Sounds good. We got Circle B, Blackwater Suds. We have a new one, Grounds and Hounds Coffee. He might have missed that one, not sure.
No, you got that one.
Nice. Old Timer Hat Co. I think that's pretty much all of them. So Deep Racing promo code at all those places will save you a little bit of money.
Yeah, I know I screwed up my own on Monday, so at least somebody got it correct. So congratulations again, buddy, and we'll see you here in a couple weeks.
Sounds good. Thanks for broadcasting as always.
So that will wrap up our interview portions here.
I don't know. We have Greg here. No, Greg jumped just out for just a moment. We're hoping to have, let's see. Okay, Greg's back in here. Greg, do we have the standings here?
Al is working on them right now. I sent him the stage results, and from what I'm hearing, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to let it out of the bag just yet, but I mean, I hear a couple people are in, a couple people are out.
Oh, I'm spamming the refresh button on SimRacer Hub right now because I even want to see this. I mean, I don't get a chance to broadcast with you guys too often, but just the storylines that were playing out tonight, I don't think we could have asked for more action at a plate track than we saw here tonight at Daytona.
It was definitely pretty good. I mean, there was a couple people that just never got the hang of it, but I mean, it was pretty good racing. So I think you're going to be shocked whenever you see who's in, who's out, from what I'm hearing so far.
Yeah, we're holding on to this.
We'll give the rundown of our final 16 at the
yeah, absolutely.
as soon as that gets released.
What we'll do is we'll go ahead and go over the finishing order for the race while we get that in.
Sounds like a grand idea, Angel.
All right, so coming home with the victory in his first victory here in the Ghost Cup Series, Kevin Gibney Jr., Billy Rickett will in his debut. You know, debuts have had some very big success here, Tony, this year. Like some of them winning and having top 5 finishes. So I'd say having your debut late in the season seems to work out. But Billy Rickett in second, Alfred Denny in third, Robert Lawrence, another great finish for him in fourth. Vernon Reese would come home in fifth. Travis Noble stayed quiet most of the day for sixth. Chris Wheeler in seventh, Jeffrey Vickery in eighth, Chris Hupka in ninth, and Zach Woods is going to round out your top 10.
Kristen Ruse coming home in 11th after getting yeeted on the last lap.
Yeah.
Brock Savalti in 12th. 13th going to Dylan McDonald. Chris Tate coming home in 14th. 15th goes to Trey Whitehead. David Monospa in 16th. 17th going to Kyle Gartner. The last car being scored on the lead lap. Tanner Knoll in 18th. The first car 1 or more laps down. Mike Corvo in 19th. 20th going to Wally Babb.
21st
Angel,
goes...
check your inbox.
Oh, perfect. 21st, actually, go ahead, if you don't mind, Tony, can you finish this out for me here?
Yeah, absolutely. Is 21st going to Rob Gardner, John Leach in 22nd, Charles Whitehead in 23rd, Bryce Cobbler in 24th, 25th going to Kyle Spees, Eric Andrews in 26th, 27th going to Russ Daniel Jr., Mark Gonzalez in 28th, Brock Whitehead in 29th, Ryan Sizemore in 30th, and Dan Miglin in 31st. That is going to do it for tonight's finishing order. And Angel, please tell me you have the point standings.
I've got them right here. It looks like, let's see, 15th would stay tied. Vernon Reese is going to make his way in. Christopher Tate as well by 2 points over Wally Babb. Mark Gonzalez falls out after being 30 points to the good. Zachary Woods and Chris Hupka are going to be safe to make it in for the race or for the playoffs. Wow.
Give us a
Awesome.
rundown. Who's in?
Oh, say that one more time?
Give us a rundown. Who all's in?
All right, absolutely. We're going to have Kyle Spees did take home the regular season champion. That's Kyle Rocket Spees in first, having won twice this season. Trey and Brock Whitehead, second and third, with a win for each of them. Chris Wheeler was in fourth. Dylan McDonald with 2 wins in the season in fifth. Kyle Gardner sixth. Daniel Miglin in seventh. Jeffrey Vickery, winner at Chicagoland, would be in eighth. Robert Lawrence in ninth. Alfred Denny's going to be in 10th. Christian Roos is 11th. Zachary Woods 12th. 13th to Hupka. Gibney will make his way in virtue of his victory in points day. Vernon Reese and Christopher Tate tie after 14 races for that those 2 final playoff spots, leaving Wally Babb, Mark Gonzalez, Jonathan Leach, and David Motorspall on the outside looking in. So there we go. There we get our playoff drivers for the very first Ghost Cup Series playoffs.
Very cool. Very cool. Seeing who made it in and who didn't. Now the intensity is going to ramp up even more, being as it is playoff time and every point moving forward is going to count. I think what we saw tonight is going to be indicative of what the rest of the season is going to bring, being as, every single point counts and they don't have a win and you move on platform. Everybody's going to be clawing and scraping and just gasping for every stage point, every position at the closing laps. So the intensity is just going to be, it's going to be like a Martinsville race every week.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely would be the situation. We'll have to go ahead and give everybody the rundown of what the playoffs looks like. Again, next week we are going to be doing the All-Star race. We're going to have a kind of a bit of a fun race. It's going to be at the Nashville Fairgrounds on April 20th in the ARCA cars, so for some interesting fun. But nonetheless, for the playoffs, 6 races left in the season. We're going to Kentucky in 2 weeks. Martinsville follows that, so you decided to mention Martinsville. Talladega, Texas, Nashville Superspeedway, and then we cap it off at what my opinion is always going to be the best championship race, Homestead Miami Speedway.
Well, the biggest thing I've seen out of Homestead recently is they've tweaked on the aero model some more, and that bubble that would appear to let you really take advantage of that high lane, it's not as big of a bubble as it used to be, and you can't go quite as hard on the top side as you could a season or two ago. So that's going to be interesting to see how that one does play out coming into the final race of this season.
Yeah, gonna see who can really manage, as you said, the difference from here to there, and that'll be start of June. So we still got about just under 2 months left of racing here for the Ghost Cup Series to cap off the season. Man, Tony, what a fantastic race! Thank you for joining me tonight, man. What a blast!
Thanks for having me here, because this was a fun race at Daytona. Be sure to join ESBN tomorrow night, as we are going to be presenting the USRA TNT Truck Series round number 11 from Indianapolis. So that's going to be a good one. A 7:50 start for that broadcast. Frank Marchese and myself will be in the booth for that one. And Angel, again, thank you so much for having me in the booth with you here tonight. These guys put on an amazing show here at Daytona. Did they ever. We've had a blast broadcasting them throughout the season. What a great finish it was. So for myself here from the Esports Broadcasting Network and my broadcast partner, Tony Traprasso, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. As he mentioned, be sure to check us out throughout the week. We've got so much fun
So many fun races going on each and every day, double, triple headers, and even more than that, all different types of racing. So much action to watch that's not just coming from the Ghost Cup Series on Wednesday nights. Aside from that, we'll see everybody next week, same time as always. Have a great evening, everybody.
Absolutely. And remember, folks, as you walk down the road of life this week, don't play in traffic. Good night, everybody.